with the best fan.
And Walter.
Curtis Jones. Devin Witherspoon. KJ Wright. Dave Burleson. You're watching NordCam.
You're watching NordCam.
For a touchdown, how about that? Gotta be quiet. I think that's what started this place off. All right, here we go. Boom! We are underway. Seahawks Niners divisional. Shaheed to the 5, 10 to the 15 to the 20. 25, go! Close going! 40! 30! Oh, no! Bullshit! Touchdown, they're going to throw a flag in the 40. That's the kick return for the touchdown. As of right now, it's a touchdown. They tried to call it tripping. It's a touchdown at the moment. Touchdown at the moment.
What's the flag?
It's tripping on that. Oh man, this play's gonna explode if that's a touchdown, baby. Offense is staying on the field. Offense is staying on the field. Oh my God, I was just saying, wouldn't that be great if we had a touchdown for kickoff for a touchdown?
The flag is way back here.
What's the call? Seahawks, D&W, thanks for super chat.
All right, yeah, a little bit of lip sync, just a little bit, like Nilly Vanilli pulling off over there. What's up, everybody? This is NordCam coming at you. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Live streaming here a couple days after that, just butt kicking, ass whooping on the San Francisco 49ers to knock them finally out of the picture and advance to the NFC Championship game. My name is Norb Cowheely, NorbCam. Thanks for tuning in. And this has been kind of a weekly tradition now this season. Every time we finish a game, we do a little call-in show and talk about the game we just had and about what's to come. And what is coming up? Well, just the second biggest game of the year, NFC Championship game. Who'd have thought it? But, of course, who do we have to play? The freaking L.A. Rams for a third time, right? 3 times against the Niners, and now 3 times against the Rams. Hopefully 3 times the charm this time around too. But I know that it's the matchup most of us were not hoping for. But you know what? It is really, as I said in this intro screen, this is the true Super Bowl. This is the actual 2 best teams in the NFL battling it out here. And in my humble opinion, whoever wins this game, I believe is going to win the Super Bowl. Whether it's hopefully the Seahawks or the Rams, I believe that no matter what, it doesn't matter who comes out of the AFC, especially with the Broncos now with Bo Nix injured, leaving the Patriots is probably the only team that really has a chance. I'll take that matchup any day. So, really, this is it. This NFC Championship game coming up on Sunday is for all the marbles, baby. It is everything. So I'm going to take your calls in a little bit. I want to hear what you guys have to think about, what you have to say about this past win that we had, how your feelings were watching the game, and, of course, your feelings moving forward about this next biggest game of the year. I mean, it's hard to believe that we're here 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Can you believe it? And, man, I mean, it's just who'd have thought, right? I mean, this is just would you have believed it if anybody had told you last August that, hey, I just got back from the future, and guess what? The Seahawks are going to be in the NFC Championship game. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. I don't know if everybody would have believed it or not, but and here we are. Oops, my light got all hot for some reason. I'm going to turn it off real quick. There we go. All right, so I just want to do a couple of little quick breakdown things about what I saw at that game, and share a few just recollections on the weekend that was, and then talk a little about what's coming up here. And yeah, that's and get into hearing your thoughts on this game coming up. All right, so just kind of a little recap. I'm going to bring up a few stats here. This is the game that was, right? So it was the whooping 41-6 Seahawks over the Niners. Niners in the last 2 games have only scored 9 points total. 3 points in the first game in that week 18 matchup down in Santa Clara, and then 2 field goals is all they could muster against us in the divisional round. If you look at the numbers by themselves, it's funny because you wouldn't really think it's that lopsided. Because you look at the first downs, 19-15, advantage Seattle. Passing first downs, 10-7 in favor of the 49ers. Rushing first downs, 10-5. That's pretty good. First downs for penalties, benefits to Seattle, 2-0. Third down efficiency, 6 of 12, 4 for 10. I mean, percentage-wise, the Niners actually did better in that category. Fourth down efficiency, not so good, 0 for 3. That kind of hurt them just a little bit. Total plays, believe it or not, the Niners ran more plays than us, 60-52. And look at the total yards, 236-281. I mean, a pretty defensive battle, you would think, right? 236-281. I mean, that is not that big of a difference. You would look at the score and go, how is it possible that we got 41 up here instead 6 only with these kind of numbers? Yards per play, Seattle on top there, 5.4 to 3.9. Total drives 10 to 11. It's pretty close. Passing yardage, actually, the Niners were ahead in that category. Completion, 17 for 31. We were 12 for 17. Again, if you look at that, you go, it looks like the Niners had a better passing game, which they did. Seattle was much more efficient, 5.6 yards to 3.9. Interception, here's where the turnovers really came into play. 1 interception to 0 to Darnold. Sacks, again, even 2 for 16, 2 for 18. Rushing, we definitely dominated in that category, 175 to 108. Ken Walker led the category there. Rushing attempts, we had 33 to 27. Again, advantage Seattle, but not that dominating. 5.3 to 4.0 for the average yards per rush, advantage Seattle. Red zone, 4 for 6. 0 for 0. This one kind of tells a lot of story in that the Niners never got inside the red zone. So field position was huge for Seattle. This was big too. Penalties, 3 for 36 yards, 2 for 5. I mean, 36 yards isn't that bad, but man, look at that clean game. 2 for 5 right there. Turnovers, the big one. 3 turnovers to 0. That's 2 fumbles and an interception. And that really was a big part of the story. And then special teams touchdown there, 1-0. That was huge. That's that clip I just showed you, the touchdown kickoff return. And then time of possession, again, not that far off, 31 to 28. But really, special teams and the turnovers were huge, 3-0. But really, it was just the defense that dominated for sure. That was the story there. So, yeah, you wouldn't know by the numbers looking up and down that it was such a whooping, but man, it sure played out to be that way. Shout out to Nathan Tucker with the super chat. Thank you very much. Says we have to win on Sunday to beat the Rams. Plus, I want revenge from 11 years ago against New England if we meet them. A moment Seahawks fans like to forget. Yes, I'm with you. I've been, ever since the possibility of Seattle going to the playoffs has popped up, I definitely was one of those people hoping that could we have a Patriots rematch. Definitely was hoping for that. And as it turns out right now, I don't see any reason why the Patriots won't be moving on to the Super Bowl with what happened to Bo Nix and his ankle or his foot in that second last game to beat the Bills. And now we just got to get past the hardest matchup of all. But really, if you were to script it this way, as much as you want to avoid the hardest route, this is really the best route for Seattle to face the Rams. It really is the best route to see who is the best team, because clearly the Seahawks and the Rams are the 2 best teams in the NFC and probably in the NFL. And let's see who really deserves it. It's rare that you get to play a team 3 times. It's like a baseball series, right? one team wins one, another team wins the other. You get the third game, that rubber match to prove who won the series. That's what it is. You rarely get series in football. Well, we got two of them. We got to play the Niners in a series, beat them, and now we get an opportunity to face the Rams and truly beat them. And if we do this, and if everything that happens that I think will happen, that the winner of this championship matchup will go to the Super Bowl and win it, then we truly would be, if that is us, this would truly be, without question, the best team that deserve to be world champions. So it's a overused cliche. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. But it's what it is. It truly is what it is. And if we pull this off Sunday night, man, will it be the just celebration like crazy. Because, man, it might just be one of the greatest stories of getting to a Super Bowl in a season like this, where we had to face our NFC West rivals, both of them, in the same year to get to the finish line. All right. So, my experience of it, though, is exciting. Obviously, you can see my reaction if you want to see my raw reaction from inside the game. But it was a party from the get-go. That you heard me say it. Hey, let's take it back for a touchdown, right? For the kick return. And that's exactly what they did, because whenever you have to defer in the beginning, you get so hyped up, you're loud. The fireworks is going off. The 12 flag is raised, and you got to get quiet. Normally, when your offense gets on the field. And there's nothing better than never having to get quiet, because not only do we receive the football, it takes it to the house, so our offense never has to take the field. So we get to go right from cheering about the flag and the fireworks, cheering for the kick return for a touchdown, and then being loud to disrupt everything the 49ers are trying to do. And we were loud. It felt like 2012, 2013 all over again. And, man, it just felt like it never let up. And I think it definitely had an impact on the 49ers trying to communicate. They didn't have a lot of false starts, but I just know that noise can be suffocating. And Brock Purdy was definitely struggling underneath the weight of both the sound, but of course the Seahawks defensive line. Probably the most rewarding thing was watching, as we were driving up to the stadium, to the parking garage, I was looking at the crowd, just trying to see, because normally you go up to the stadium and there's always a good spattering of rival fans walking with the rest of the Seahawks fans. And I was looking the entire way from the train where people were walking from there to get to the stadium, and I didn't see a single 49er jersey. I told everybody in the car, I said, "Do you realize there's not been a single 49er jersey on the way up in here?" And I thought, well, maybe it's just early. Maybe they'll come later or whatever. But it kind of was a sign of things to come. The house was really never filled up with red jerseys. It was, I would say, 10 to 15% max, when we've had what felt like 30, 40% in the past. So they definitely did the takeover shutdown by whatever the Seahawks did to threaten ticket holders or season ticket holders, simply making sure that they didn't put their tickets at risk, whatever it was, or 49ers fans just realizing they're going to get their butts kicked, so they didn't want to bother making the trip. Whatever it was, it worked. So very happy about that. Super chat from JJB0894, thank you very much, says, I think this game is 100% winnable, but I still have scars from prior disappointment. Go Hawks. Well, don't we all, right? If you've been a Seahawks fan or a Mariners fan, we've had our share, especially Mariners fans. I mean, we have had our share of pain and suffering and disappointment. And, only until the last decade plus, when we finally broke through and won a Super Bowl, it had been several decades of disappointment too. So, I understand the concern. I understand that feeling like, this isn't going to happen. But you've probably heard my message before when I talked to one of our callers, Coach Mesh, when he sounded like he was just feeling that we're not going to win, because I was telling him that, I think it's just all in your you're trying to not let yourself be disappointed. I said, you got to believe, and here it is. That this is what happens when you can believe it. And I think this place is going to really explode. I mean, it was exploding on last week. It's going to really, really be rocking this week. And Rams fans don't really travel that great. So all the more reason why this place should be chock full of rabid 12s. I know a lot of them coming. I have a few friends of mine who are coming for the first time ever, and we're going to just have a ball. So, yeah, this game was just a party from start to finish. Never really stressful, and just the defense was amazing. Getting the turnovers. Ernest Jones, what a pickup he's been. Rashid Shaheed, he's been awesome, doing exactly what he does. He's like the Percy Harvin of 2025, right? You know, the speed, the jet sweeps, the kick return threat, the punt return threat, and yeah. And then Sam Darnold, we were all worried about his oblique. Looking at what's an oblique? Doggone it. And guess we had nothing to worry about. Of course, he only had to throw the ball 17 times, so thank God he didn't have to throw it 40 times. Who knows what he would have done to himself. But he didn't have to. He didn't have to do more than what the defense was setting up for him. And he did whatever he did very efficiently. That throw to JSN in the back corner of the south end zone was a thing of beauty, almost matching that of Tyler Lockett when he did that little body bending tiptoe tap. Wasn't quite as artistic and beautiful as that one, but it was something special, especially just like Russ running to his left and throwing with his right arm in that corner. Something about that corner is a beautiful pose for catches. So JSN made that one happen. Cooper Kupp, the leading receiver, with some pretty amazing throws by Darnold and making the most of it. Didn't score a touchdown, but getting crucial first downs. And Ken Walker, 3 touchdowns. Buck, let's see, what was his yardage? He was tearing it up pretty good. Let's see if I can get to what he did. I mean, it was just something spectacular. But anyway, it was 130. I don't know. It was pretty great. 175 yards total in the rushing. But Ken Walker. And I'd say the only disappointment here is the fact that we lost Zach Charbonnet with that knee injury. Apparently, he tore an ACL, and he's done for the year. And season-ending surgery. And that's going to delay his return to next year, being this late in the season. So very unfortunate for really the only injury that we suffered was a pretty big one. And a guy that it's been such a great 1-2 punch having K9 and Charbonnet. And I've been saying all year long, I said, man, we were lucky. We finally have 2 running backs healthy throughout the year, because so many times we'd have one running back healthy and the other one goes down, and the other one comes back up and he goes down. We've always seemed like we were always starved for running backs, and thank God we still have one. But man, it'd be nice to have 2 going into the stretch here with these last 2, potentially 2 games. But nonetheless, this is what we unfortunately are faced with. So we'll see how Seattle ends up making up for it. Will it be Jones, who played some, cleanup ball when the second team came in here the fourth quarter, and he had a chance to get his, some playing time in. But I don't know what happened to George Holani, because he was kind of like the number 3 guy. So I'm not sure what they're going to do there. But very sad news for Zach Charbonnet, who is going to miss this last couple of games. I mean, I'm sure it's killing him, not just the thought of having to recoup from this injury, but just to also not get to be part of this, not to get be part and be on the field to contribute in what could be this just amazing Cinderella story and his first chance to be, on the field for the championship and potentially a Super Bowl. I mean, it's heartbreaking to know he's going to miss that opportunity, and badly I know he wants to be out there. But anyway, hope he heals up quick and is back to it to join us next season. So, but other than that, the defense was amazing. They had Brock Purdy running scared all night long, and they just could never get anything going. Christian McCaffrey was a non-factor, and it really, without George Kittle and really a lack of weapons and time to throw down the field, it was just they could not do anything against us. And if they did move the ball, the best they could do was field goals because we had such great field position. And when we had a few times we had to punt the ball, boy, Michael Dixon kicks it out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So it made it hard for the Niners. If they did get yardage, the best they could do is scrap up a field goal. So, and then of course the turnovers, the interceptions, the fumble recovery, all those things just added to what became a 41-6, one of the largest, postseason, point spreads that matches up with the 43-8 victory we had against the Broncos in Super Bowl 48. So pretty awesome game. Now I don't expect that this game is going to be the same against the Rams because we're talking about a totally different team, a team that we know is tough, knows us really well, pretty healthy, getting Devontae Adams back. We didn't have him to deal with last time we played them here. And, I think for the most part, in pretty good shape. So us minus Charbonnet, it's two teams going at it pretty full go. So it's going to have to earn this one for sure. And it's going to be a very challenging chess match to see. And obviously the crucial thing will be, really I think this game comes down to two things from the defensive side. You get pressure on Matthew Stafford, he will throw the ball away. He kind of just bails out. And he's just gets rid. He doesn't like to get hit. You don't sack him much because he usually gets rid of the ball whenever the things start to break down. So you get pressure on him, keep him contained, and get him panicky back there, and he will, just dump the ball, and we can get 3 and outs if we can do that. And Puka Nacua, we cannot let Puka Nacua go for triple-digit high yardage. We keep him contained. And we put pressure on Matthew Stafford. I feel like everything else will play to our hands. Obviously, we've got to run the football. Obviously, got to not let the Rams do what they often do to us when we play them, which is cause Sam Darnold turnovers. So those are really the keys. Obviously, there's all the other things that can happen. Special teams, got to make your field goals, all that kind of stuff. But the big ones are pressure on Stafford, slow down Puka, and on offense, don't turn it over and run the football. And I think everything else will take care of itself. It'll be close no matter what, I believe. But maybe if we can do what we did to the Rams in that fourth quarter with 9 minutes to go and on, well, that's the version. I like to see that version, just copy-paste that formula to the rest of the game and throw away everything that happened between the first quarter and the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Let's just do that, and we'll be in pretty damn good shape. So it's going to be a fun one. I hope it's a good one. We all want an entertaining game, but whatever it is, it just has to end with us 1 point more than the Rams. I don't care if it's 2-0. I don't care if it's 3-2. Whatever. As long as our digit is one higher than theirs or more, that's all we need. All right. So that's all I got to say about that. Very excited. Got goosebumps already thinking about it, but let's hear from you guys. Let's hear from you, the fans, your thoughts on this game and what is coming up. So let's start with, let's see, AD was in the house to begin with the first caller in. So let's get to AD right here. AD from Yakima, Washington. AD, what's going on?
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Just NFC Championship, baby. Yeah.
Baby!
It is unbelievable that we are in the spot, but I'm very excited. Everybody is, and the city is just going crazy, electric with what potentially might happen Sunday night. So, yeah, I'm just stoked. Can't wait.
Oh, you're not the only one that is just outright excited for this. And I'm not only that, I'm also really nervous too because of the Rams, dude.
Well, the toughest team that we could possibly face in the NFC. So, there's reasons to be nervous, but there's reasons for, I'm sure Rams fans they watched that game, I'm sure, last week and go, dang. Whew. Okay, I hope they don't do that to us. So, it's going to be a little bit of both, I think. But no matter what, it's going to be some fireworks. It's going to be pretty crazy. Where are you going to be watching the game at?
What's that? I'm sorry. I could not understand what you were saying.
Where are you going to be watching the game?
Oh, now I know what you're saying. I'm actually going to be watching the game at a sports bar and grill in Sela with my twin brother and our mom.
All right. Okay. Watching it with the crowd. That's always fun. Is that where you watched the Mariner game that one time when you guys were watching and screaming and whooping it up when the Mariners advanced, I think, in one of these playoff games?
Yeah, actually.
Same
it's
one?
called Tailgaters. You should come over to Yakima and check it out someday.
One of these days, Of course, if it's a Seahawks game, I'm either at the game or I'm doing my thing. But you never know. Maybe a Mariner game out in Yakima, Washington at Tailgaters could be a fun party. So, yeah. So, what's your prediction for this game? What's going to happen when the clock strikes 7 o'clock or 6:30 when the game is about over? What's going to be the final score? That's a big sigh.
Doesn't mean that it's bad to like use.
All right, well, what do you got? Give me a score, man. Give me a
That's
bold
a good
prediction.
question. I honestly don't know, to be honest.
Take a stab. The last time we played him, what was it, like 37-36 or something like that? It was that crazy overtime game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's see. For Rams, it will be Rams 28. Seahawks.
The show's only an hour and a half, so it's
Seahawks 30.
30-28, okay. 30-28. Oh, man, it sounds like a blood pressure type game. A little too close for my liking, but like I said, as long as we come out ahead, that's all that matters. All right, man. We'll see what happens. 30-28. I'll take that.
Oh, dude.
I'll take it. All right. Well, thanks for the call, man. We will be talking again after this when it's all said and done. But, yeah, man, have fun with all the folks over there when you watch this game at Tailgaters. We want to hear the noise all the way from Yakima.
I'll try to and record my reaction at the end of these quarters.
Yes. We want to see those reactions. All right. Thanks, AD. We'll talk to you later, man. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks, buddy.
All right. Let's go to Primo, also with a 509 area code. Primo from the Tri-Cities. Primo, what's up?
What's up, man? Let's go Hawks, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Can you believe it? The final, the final four teams here going at it, man. One step away from the Super Bowl. First of all, what was your experience like watching that 49ers game, man?
Well, okay, so here was the thing. The 49ers won the toss. I knew what they were going to do. Try to throw Sam Darnold off because it's oblique. But I said, we need a kickoff return right here. Mm-hmm. And that would be awesome. And sure enough, it just happened. I was like, what the heck? And I think that just sparked everything up. And I know Sam Darnold had the best of game, but he didn't need to because the run game was on point. Defense was playing their minds out. Just they're running on all cylinders. And I know the Niners are banged up. We know what it was, but listen, I loved every aspect of it, though. It kind of reminded me of one of those college games, like Alabama versus like Appalachian State or something like that. Kind of like a tune-up game, but
I would go that far. I mean, it's still professional football, and the 49ers did beat the Eagles in Philadelphia last week. So let's not treat them like there's some kind of junior college or something. These are pros, man, and this is, I think, it just goes to show how dominant and how much the Seahawks have figured out, at least how to capitalize and take control of the game, at least as facing the 49ers. I mean, which is what we hired. I say we, but this is what the Seahawks hired Mike Macdonald for. It was very reason, because Pete Carroll couldn't do it. He couldn't beat the Niners. He couldn't beat the Rams.
Nope.
But Mike Macdonald beat the Niners. He owns the Niners now, and now he's got to own the Rams for the right to go to the Super Bowl. So we'll see if he's got it figured out. But man, it's going to be a doozy, man. What's your prediction? What's your prediction for this game coming up, man? What do you see happening in this game?
Honestly, man, ever since we beat the Rams in Seattle, who had the Rams seriously beaten? They barely won by, I think it was 3 points against Carolina, right? And then they go on to who did they play after that? I can't remember.
Well, they just beat the Chicago Bears last week.
Oh, yeah. Chicago Bears.
Crazy game that they shouldn't have won. Chicago blew it, man. I'm so annoyed by the Bears. It's like, you guys, how can you throw it away?
Caleb Williams' fault. A lot of it was Caleb Williams' fault.
Could be could blame the receiver. Could blame the play call. I mean, you're at midfield. Yeah. There's so many options. You could have Caleb run. You're doing just fine running. Why put up? Anyway, that's just unfortunate. That brings me a point in that while I saw a meme that the Niners put up trying to salvage some pride here, like, oh, Darnold, yeah, you really dominated us, showing his stats, right? Because it was 12 for 17, right? But he didn't need to. He did what he had to do. He took what was given and he took care of it. There were a lot of games that happened this weekend that were lost because of the quarterback. All right. Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams. As much as they did great plays, they also made a lot of plays that lost the game for them. And Sam Darnold could have done something to have turned the game and lost it for Seattle against the Niners if he had been careless with the football and turned it over 2, 3, 4 times. But he didn't. He was very efficient and did exactly what he needed to do enough to win the game, get first downs, and that's how you win a game 41-6. You protect the football. So you don't have to be a star. You don't have to win the fantasy battle. Sometimes you just got to do your job and do what's required and nothing more. And that's exactly what he did.
And Sam Darnold makes some nice throws there.
He made a couple of really nice hard throws. The JSN one, the JSN over the left sideline when it was second or third and long. He hit one to Cooper Kupp, which I thought was going to get picked off. I was like, and then he knifed it right between two defenders. I was like, damn, that's my guy right there. That's what he does. So yeah, Sam Darnold was rocking it. It's you're not going to make any highlight reels with it. Well, actually, that JSN pass was a pretty good highlight reel. But the other ones weren't that spectacular, but they were good. And they were first down throws, not easy ones, and pushed it down the field. And that's the kind of stuff that that gets you wins. Give me a prediction, a expectation, and a prediction. What's going to happen on Sunday?
I still think it's going to be like a 3 or 4 point game. I don't think it's going to be anything like we just witnessed. I think it's going to be a tight game. But I'm going to go 2017. 2017
Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that'd definitely be the under, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's going to be that kind of slugging game.
Favorite, right?
Seattle's right now, I believe we're 2.5 point favorites, last I checked.
Okay.
That would cover it. It's 20-17. All right. I'll take it.
Question. Can I get one more question?
Yeah, go for it.
Did they take out Charles Cross for just because they don't want him to get injured, or was he injured?
No, he actually had some kind of a foot injury coming out of that game. So they're evaluating him this week, and their backup. He was unavailable for last week. We're hoping we'll have at least one of those guys available. So there's a little bit of left tackle uncertainty right now, but we're hoping that Cross will be back for this game. We cannot not have him. One of these guys has got to be able to go. So Josh Jones or
all right,
Charles Cross. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Yeah, I forgot about that injury. Yeah. All right, go Hawks. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate you. All right, Primo from Tri-Cities. Let's go to All right, let's do this. Austin, what's going on, man, for the 360?
Hey, Norb.
What's up, man? Thanks for calling in. How you doing? I mean, I know you're one of the more spirited guys. Whenever I see you, you're always never lacking of energy. How you feeling about this team right now, bro?
I feel very proud of how well they performed on Saturday. Sorry about my voice. It's still a little bit rough after yelling.
Yeah, I know.
the
Mine
past few
is. So
days.
I was like, after that kickoff, I was screaming so much, I was like already hoarse. Like 3 minutes into the game, I was like, oh man, I'm not going to survive this. I'm not going to last this game. I got a lot of work to do. But yeah. All right, so you and me the same.
Penalty. I thought for sure it would be a block from one of our group because I couldn't see because of all the hands.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it either. I didn't realize the kicker was trying to do a soccer move and slide tackle the guy. But that was awesome. What a great way to start the game. But, definitely put the Rams on alert. Like, you might want to not kick to that dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were at the game, right? Obviously, with the hands up in your face. So, yeah, how are you? How great was that experience for you, man?
My second career postseason game in Seattle, and boy, was it special. It was unbelievable how well they performed against the injury-riddled group in San Francisco.
That was only your second postseason game. What was your first one?
The wild card game when we hosted Detroit back in 2016 in Russell Wilson's, I believe, fourth year.
Is that the one where Cam Chancellor punched the ball out of? No. That was earlier in the season, right? That was earlier in the season. We played them later in the wild card, but I remember that. Yes, I remember that year. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
And
okay, that was
enough,
good. That was an exciting game too.
Funnily enough, that final score in that wild card game, 26-6. Those are my initials. Those are the same numbers for my birthday. 6,
Oh, really?
2-6.
Wow. Okay, well, that's a good omen. Well, speaking of numbers, all right. Well, give me your assessment of this. What are you going to see in this game on Sunday, and give me a score prediction. What's key to the game for you?
As long as we run the football effectively, like we did against San Francisco, not easy against L.A. Like we did against San Francisco. I think it'll come down to a game-winning field goal by Jason Myers. I'm going to predict. I'm going to go 34-31. Seattle with the win over LA. It's going to be really tough going up against LA the way we played the last two games against them.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Everybody knows that. 34-31. Wow, everyone's expecting a close one here. 2 points, 3 points. Vegas has it at 3. But as long as we come out ahead, 34-31. So now, big question: will you be at the champ game Sunday?
Oh, I definitely will with my dad. It's going to be...
You got it. You have tickets. You're going.
Over there. I'm going.
All right. So this will be your third postseason game, hopefully.
It'll be my third career postseason appearance there in Seattle.
Oh, man. Well, I hope your streak of wins while watching postseason games continue, because you know what that means. We would be Super Bowl bound, baby.
Yeah.
So... all right, awesome.
Hopefully, we'll witness history.
It would be. History's definitely on our side when we get to this position.
Got to execute on all three phases. And one quick note.
Yeah.
I know Zach Charbonnet, unfortunately, will not be playing the rest of the year, but I hope that they elevate Cam Akers, former running back from L.A., to play against his former team in the championship game.
That's
going
to be interesting. That's a good point. Yeah, that's right. We do have a couple. We do have a couple of running backs standing by. We had what's his name, Jones Jr., who was doing some pickup stuff at the end of the game last week on Saturday, but George Holani, I'm not sure where he's at. But you mentioned Cam Akers of his former team. That would make for some interesting stuff. But I don't know. I mean, he has barely seen the field for anything. But
along with Cooper Kupp, that'd be great storylines going forward.
Storyline would be interesting. Yeah, whether he's the best fit, I don't know. I'm not sure what he's got because we haven't really seen much of him. So we'll see. I'm sure that the staff is busy trying to figure out what they're going to do to make up for the loss of Charbonnet, which is very unfortunate. But you got to do what you got to do. All right, man. Well, maybe I'll see you at the game, man. But yeah, it's going to be rocking.
Me too, man. I hope to see you there.
All right.
And go Hawks.
Go
Thank
Hawks.
you, Nord.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for calling in. Woohoo! All right, let's go to 760. Jordan, I think, is the name. Jordan, you're up. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, Norb?
Yeah, excited, man. This game can't happen soon enough. But, where were you when this 49er beatdown happened? Where were you watching the game at? What was your experience like?
I was watching it from my house. I actually live in California, so it's kind of hard to go and watch games in person these days.
Oh, what part of
but yeah,
California?
I was watching
SoCal?
out.
Northern California? What part?
Down in SoCal, I'm out near the Mojave Desert.
Oh, okay. Way out there. All right. So you're just watching it your own place. But yeah, how did you feel, man, watching this game from kickoff, return for a touchdown on? I mean, the way this game went, this game was over 13 seconds in. They could have stopped right after the kickoff, and they never would have relinquished the lead, if you think about it. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was cheering so loud and so often I was driving my wife insane. So.
Well, you know what? That's our job is, to drive our wives insane with our crazy football stuff. Because you tell them, the season will be over in just a couple more weeks, so, honey, you got nothing more to have to deal with after this. But... Yeah. It was a hell of a party and a great parting gift for our 49er fans and team to send them off with this kind of a beatdown into the off season. But let's talk about Rams here, man. What's your concerns or keys to winning this game? What scares you? And give me a score prediction.
What scares me now, this whole Sam Darnold oblique thing, personally, I think that they're kind of just overplaying it a little bit. But with that being said, the biggest thing that concerns me is obviously, turnovers with Sam Darnold and just turnovers in general, because I think that I really think that, with the last time we played the Rams, obviously we had more turnovers. I'm not going to say that we got lucky because I do think we were the better team, but I am going to say that I think that, our defense really saved us with the amount of turnovers that we committed and everything like that. I just think that we can't afford to be, we can't afford to do that again.
I think you could actually say we were kind of lucky because there is a little bit of luck involved. I mean, when you have that many things to have to fall into place in order to have a perfect comeback, there's some luck involved in there. There's a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I think that backwards pass was pretty lucky too.
Yeah, that way, if you think about it, that whole thing, he throws a backward pass, the defender goes off his helmet, a Ram player almost came up with it. If he just holds on to that ball, the 2-point conversion is no good. We probably don't go into overtime. We probably lose that game. But it squirted through his arms, rolled around, and Charbonnet just kind of looks over and says, I guess I'll just pick up the trash here. Here you go. And that ends up being the 2-point tying conversion. And who knows what happens if he doesn't get that. So, yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved. But nonetheless, you also have to make your own luck, which is kind of what they did too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. We can't turn the ball over. I think we all know that's what scares us about the Rams is the fact that Sam has turned into a turnover machine for some reason when we face the Rams, and we certainly don't want to see that get turned back on again. So yeah, protecting the ball definitely important. What else?
One thing that I think we do have going for us though is obviously we have I think the best run defense in the entire league, and my hope is that if we can force the Rams to kind of have more of a pass-heavy offense because they don't want to run the ball because of our defense, that we can force Sam Darnold into making errant throws. And
you mean Matthew Stafford?
Kind of. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
What
did I say?
What are you talking about? Oh, not Sam. Yeah. I'm with you.
I meant
Slip of the
Matt
tongue.
Stafford. Force Matt Stafford into making more errant throws and making bad throws into tight coverage when trying to force plays that he shouldn't be just to avoid running the ball so that they can try and score more and that's my hope is that we're going to wear out Matt Stafford because of our run defense that they're not going to want to run the ball as much.
Yeah, I said earlier I think we got to pressure him. We pressured Purdy, right? Purdy was totally different quarterback when he's under pressure, and so is so is Stafford. Because why do we keep saying Sam's name and all this? Stafford also turns into a different guy when he's under pressure. Really, all the quarterbacks turn into different guys when they're under pressure. They all don't play well. Everybody plays badly when they're under pressure. I mean, that's the thing. So we just got to get that pressure going, and hopefully our front four can deliver it. Because I think good things happen when Stafford definitely feels the pressure. That ball goes out, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with getting hit. So we'll see if we can get that done. All right, you got a score prediction?
Yeah, 31. Seahawks 31, Rams 28. I think it's going to be a little bit on the higher scoring side because the Rams are a division rival, and I think to an extent they have our number. But I still think we'll be able to pull it off.
Okay, you said 31-28. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
31-28, another 3-point narrow margin, but we'll take it. All right, man. Well, we'll see what happens. But Jordan, thanks for the call from down there. And what did you say, the Mojave Desert?
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay cool. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully, following a Seahawks win and a Super Bowl berth. All right.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
January, it's already like 70 degrees over here.
I don't miss that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that quite yet. But well, all right, man. We'll take it easy. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Go Hawks. All right, this next call, this is a special one because this next caller was the subject of a video. Actually, one of my videos of this call kind of took off and got seen by quite a few people. I had a lot of people telling me, walking around the stadium, that they watched my video talking about having faith in the team. And this was the caller that actually started that conversation. This is Coach Mesh. We had a call last time, and he was telling me how he was down on the Seahawks, didn't think we'd win, that Sam Darnold was going to blow it. And I told him that, well, you just got to have faith and believe in the team. So he is here right now. Coach Mesh, back on live with NordCam. How are you feeling after that 49er beat down?
Great. I actually think we'll beat the Rams this time.
Look at how positive you are this week, man. I love it. See, he's a believer. I've converted. Coach Mesh is a believer. He believes now. He has faith that the Seahawks can get it done. I love it, man. Bless you, child. Woo! I love the term, man. What makes you feel so confident now when you were so down on the Seahawks last time we talked?
New condition. If Matthew Stafford turnovers the ball, I believe Seattle can win.
Turnovers. And you know what we're going to have to do for that to happen, right? We got to pressure him.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get him uncomfortable so he'll throw some bad passes, and maybe we hit his arm as the ball's coming out, that sort of thing. We've been doing that a lot. We almost had that one. Do you see that one where Purdy early, like right after we kicked off after the touchdown, and Purdy kind of got his arm whacked as he was passing, and split second earlier, that would have been a fumble too that we would have recovered right in the first 2 minutes of the game. We almost had him. So we do that to Stafford. I'm with you. I think a turnover is just like ripe to happen. But I just love your tone, man. Your change in confidence is just it's inspiring, man. It's just very pleasing to me to hear this change of tone with you, man.
Thanks.
A man of many words. So give me a score prediction. What's it going to be, man?
Score prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a weird one. I'm gonna go 31-30.
Not too weird, just very stressful. Don't get much closer than that. 31-30.
It might be an overtime win.
That's very possible. That would be a little bit higher than what Vegas is expecting. I think they got less, like total being like 45, 46. I'd be up in the 60s. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. It could happen. But I'd like it to be a little less close than that. But I'll take it. I just love the fact that you have this positive vibes about the Seahawks, man. It's great. Just goes to show you, with faith, man can indeed move mountains. All right, man. I appreciate you. I'm definitely looking forward to talking to you next week when this is all said and done, and we have the, regardless of what happens, we are going to be doing a call show just like this after the Sunday's game, so we can talk about what happened, whether it be great or whether it be tragic or something in between.
There's one thing I have to mention.
Yeah.
I did not like your parody on the 49ers.
Which one?
The Eye of the Tiger parody last week.
You mean where Vanessa got taken? Is that the one?
Yeah.
What did you not like about it?
I just thought you gave better lyrics to the 49ers fans than the Seahawks fans.
Oh, you're talking about the song. Okay, so you just thought lyrically Chrysosimo had better rhymes than I did.
Yes.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. I take great pride in my songwriting capabilities. Because Norb sucks. If you guys don't know, Coach Mesh, it's been a while, but Coach Mesh would come on my show after I released my full season music prediction video. And Coach Mesh, within like a week of hearing it, you'd have the whole thing memorized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you still have that razor sharp memory? I mean, you blew my mind. You would come back and you would just you'd re-sing the song, the whole thing from top to bottom. I'll be like, dude, man, you got some like Rain Man skills going on here. I don't know where you get it from. That is impressive, bro. You know the songs better than I do. I wrote these darn things and sang them a million times, and you know the lyrics better than me. That is something else. But I'm sorry to disappoint you about that. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just a passion, I'm a music fanatic, or a person who loves music and just loves to rhyme and learn words and poetry.
So can you pick up any song that fast? Like, I'm assuming you like the song. If you hear a song and you hear it for the first time, you can just memorize the lyrics in a really short amount of time. Is that just, you can do that with any music?
I think I don't think necessarily the first time, because I have to get into the melody.
If you did it the first time, I'd really blow my mind. But yeah, but pretty quick, huh?
And pick up the melody and then pick up the lyrics, and then just repeat and try to follow.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, man. Well, I love it, man. I appreciate your feedback, your confidence, and your prediction, man. I'll take 31-30. A little too close than desired, but we'll take it. All right, man. We will talk to you next week after the NFC Championship game, and we'll discuss this even more. So, go Hawks, baby. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to Sutton with a little doggy, with the little corgi. Sutton, what's going on?
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? How's Hamilton?
He's right here.
I can't see him, though. He's on the phone. We're not doing videos, so I can't see his cute little corgi face. But anyway, tell me about, how did you enjoy that beat down to San Francisco last week? What's your favorite play?
Oh, my God.
What's your favorite moment of the game?
I was screaming my head off when Rashid Shaheed ran that that kick return all the way back.
That was pretty epic.
I was going nuts.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part of the game.
There's so many good ones, man. The turnovers, the sack.
We won that 13 seconds.
Yeah. It really was over before it started. There's one moment, it was kind of mixed reaction, because do you remember the play where Leonard Williams sacked Purdy on 4th down? And he just busts through the middle puts him on his back. And Mark was to my right. And he just I don't know what he did, but he celebrated. He fell backwards. And as he was falling down, his elbow hit my wife's Jen in the temple. She was in some pain afterwards. And Mark just gets, he gets a little, he has some fun during the game, and the more the game goes by, the more fun he has. I tell him that, he has a little bit too much cough syrup, and man, I mean he starts to beat up on me like celebratory style, but it's like I'm feeling these punches, bam, 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 kidney, It's like after the game, it's like, oh damn, I feel like I just got beat up. Oh, that's because I did. But you like it though because it's all a good celebration. But you need to bring like helmet and stuff. Anyway, so that game was a blast. Let's talk Rams. What's your prediction, sort of key to the game, and what's going to happen?
I'm pretty sure not turning the ball over when it matters the most. Like our offensive line needs to block Darnold in time for him to actually get a pass off.
Yep. Yeah, that's when he gets in trouble, right? When the pocket collapses and he starts kind of jumping around trying to force the ball somewhere where he shouldn't. That's what's been his Achilles heel with the turnovers. So, yeah, protection would be good because we know what he can do and he's got time. What about stopping that offense led by Stafford?
All that off. As long as we can get pressure on Stafford, like you said, he'll throw passes that he will not like, and we will probably pick the ball off.
God, I would love that to happen. Yeah, we need some turnovers. Yeah, a pick six, a sack fumble. It's like just one of those I think would turn the tide. We just need one of those things to go our way because we turned the ball over 4 times and we almost survived that. But I think the Rams, you do it, you get them to turn one over. I think that'll tip the whole scale. It's like this very fragile balance that will just blow open like a dam with the water rushing through. All right, so give me a score prediction, bro.
I'm thinking the Seahawks go 48 and the Rams go 26.
Oh, wow. 48, that's what I'm talking about. That's the first blowout prediction I've seen yet. 48-26. That's what, a 22-point domination?
Yeah.
Man, okay. I like that one. 48-26. It'll be fun to go back and after Sunday, go back and see who's closest to the pin on these predictions.
If we win the championship game, we'll be playing in the 49ers stadium, which Chris Dostimo is obviously going to hate.
Damn.
I mean, you kind of really don't want both teams playing in your stadium or winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate insult, right? But yeah, to be able to do that, and if we could I'd expect the Patriots, get revenge on the last bad taste in our mouths Super Bowl on our rival team's stadium. Oh,
on the one with Walker.
Yeah, Walker.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Walker's gonna have to bring it. I mean, the load is on his shoulders now. I think he can do it too. It's his time. It's his time to shine. All right, man. Well, we'll see what happens. I love the prediction, though. Thanks for the call, and go Hawks, bro.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Let's do this. All right, let's go to the 206. Just in the neighborhood. I don't know who this is. We'll find out from the 206. Who's this?
Hey, NorbCam. It's Alex there.
This is Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex. Where are you calling from? You're not that far from me. Oh, okay. All right.
I'm in Seattle.
All right, Alex from Seattle. Well, thanks for calling. It's nice to, have some, female callers in here because my audience is like 99.9% dudes and 0.01% females. So you're the lucky 0.01%. So thanks for calling in. This is your first time calling, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well,
I'm watching you right now. I'm watching you right now on my TV.
Whoa. Hey, how do I look? I just got a haircut today. Does it look all right?
Pretty handsome.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, making me blush. How you feeling? I mean, we just had this party on Saturday.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
That game almost gave me a heart attack. I mean, that touchdown after the kickoff, like, oh my gosh. There's like one in the field all the way to the other. And what the heck was up with that damn flag?
Yeah, I know. I thought the flag was going to be like, we were all like screaming, oh, no, it's the flag. We didn't realize it was going to be on the 49ers because we didn't even realize the slide tackle was going on. But, man, when they said the result is a touchdown, we were just like, oh, it's on. So, yeah, no, it was great. Where were you watching the game? What was your viewing experience? Were you at home? Were you around other people? Were you out in a sports bar? What was it like for you?
I was home with my pup, and I was on the edge of my couch, just like, oh my gosh, like real. I kept screaming at my TV. I don't know if my neighbors heard me because I live in an apartment building, but I didn't care because I was like, just keep on going, don't stop, just get there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, and the route was on after that. So, yeah, no, it was one of the memorable moments that we can always bring this game up when you have a 49er, like fan, like getting in your face or kind of, trash talking. Just 41-6. Just remember that one. So, okay.
When I lived in Auburn, I had a 49er fan actually tell me the reason I'm in the power chair is because I'm a Seahawks fan. And our team was playing that team, and we ended up kicking their butt. So it was good karma for her.
There we go. All right, well, let's talk about this game on Sunday, the NFC Championship game against the Rams. What are you most concerned about? What scares you the most, if anything, about facing the Rams for a third time?
Yeah, because one of our key players, I can't remember his name right now, is out.
Charbonnet.
So I'm pretty worried about. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty worried about the game. I know the Rams are out for blood. And my prediction is 27-49 Seahawks.
27-40. Wow, 49-27. For someone who's nervous about this game, that is not a nervous-sounding score, but I like that. It's even better than Sutton Hawk's last score. I'll take that one, though. So I got to ask you before I let you go. So how long have you been watching my channel? I got to ask because, again, there's so many more guys and so few females who watch my channel. I got to kind of find out how does one like you actually end up watching a channel like mine? How'd you end up here?
Well, you're entertaining.
Oh, thank
you.
You
crack me up when you do your 49er alter ego. That cracks me up.
This guy?
I saw a video of you jumping
funny
into
like
the water.
A clown? What's so funny about this face? He? I find that insulting. Insult to injury. He? Not nice.
How was jumping in the freezing water?
Let's just say some things shrunk quite a bit. Maximum shrinkage, okay? Had to bring up that bad memory. Not nice, Alex.
You're so funny.
All right.
You're so funny.
I appreciate you watching. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. All right. Go Hogs.
That was funny.
We had a good time. All right. Thank you. Okay. Oh, could this be... Did I see another... Could it actually be an Emily? Is this an Emily? Could we possibly have 2 female callers in a row? There's a miracle. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Landon. I'm from. My mom's name is Emily.
Oh, so you're using your mom's phone. Okay, well, it was close. Okay, so what is your name again? Landon? Landon. How old are you, Landon? You sound like a young man.
15.
15. Okay, all right. Young man Landon. All right, Landon, where are you from? Where's 858? Where are you from?
San Diego.
San Diego. My daughters just went back there for school. They go to school at San Diego State, so they love San Diego. Beautiful city.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
North Cam, I want to say that I'm such a big fan of you. Like, you've inspired me so much.
Oh, thanks. Well, I appreciate that. What being 15 and all, what is it that inspired you to want to watch my channel? What did you find that drew you here?
Well, my grandma's from Seattle, so we're Seahawks fans. She was born in Spokane.
Okay.
So yeah, I just saw you when I saw the Rivals videos.
Okay.
With you and Chris Osimo. So I just really liked your channel, and then I realized that you stream almost every game.
Yes, almost every game. Yes. Well.
Yeah.
So it was
you
the
have
Rivals.
Really good dedication.
So it sounds like Normcam owes me some residuals, some royalties, because I'm the one bringing everybody here to the channel, and I don't even get paid. Stop with that. I'm gonna go on strike. I'm out.
How do you do that?
Years of practice.
Well, I just realized something. It's either going to be the Patriots against the Seahawks or the Broncos against the Seahawks, and that's exactly the two last Super Bowls that we played in.
And it's crazy, right? We played we beat the Broncos, we beat the brakes off the Broncos in Super Bowl 48, and we lost to should have beaten the Patriots in Super Bowl 49, and those are the two teams that we could potentially face. I know.
Don't
crazy.
remind me.
I know. We don't talk about that. But yes, that is crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Who would have thought? But I really think that I don't see how the Patriots aren't going to the Super Bowl with what happened to Bo Nix, which is really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, especially because he broke. What did he break? His ankle?
His ankle or his foot or something, fractured it or something. So yeah, and it's weird because you watch the play and it's like you don't even see anything really odd. In fact, he played even after he hurt it on that play. It's like he went back up there for like a snap or two. So
in my opinion, the Bills should have won that game.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that Bills game. Chicago too, man. I'm so mad.
Bad calls.
I gotta say this because I haven't really talked about it online, but the play where Josh Allen threw deep, I forgot who the receiver was. The only one where he caught the football, he lands, the defender lands on top of him, and then he takes the football away and they call it an interception. Worst call ever.
Yes.
I think that should have been. We were watching it in the stadium because we were waiting for that game to end. They were playing it on the big screen. I was watching that and going, that should be a catch and down by contact because he's down.
Yeah, that should not. It looked like he grabbed it out of his hand.
Yeah, after his knee and elbow touched the ground. So, if anything, it should be down by contact, and then it's taken away. But you can't take the ball away when somebody's already down. It doesn't even make any sense. Plus, even if it wasn't simultaneous, the receiver. Simultaneous possession goes to the receiver. So I really don't understand that call. I think the Bills got screwed. They would have won it with that field goal after that moment if that play hadn't been called an interception.
Yeah, I just feel so bad for Josh Allen though.
I know. It's hard to watch him in a press conference crying.
Or he either loses to the Chiefs and then they're finally out, or
I know. Or it's the Ravens.
So he probably thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And then they fired their coach. And it's like, Josh Allen didn't have a great game, but that play would have been the win, and they wouldn't have been talking about that. They would have not fired their coach. I mean, two coaches that shouldn't have been fired this year. John Harbaugh and what's his name for the Bills.
John Harbaugh was there over 18 years, I think. And they fired him. The Steelers didn't even deserve. I'm glad they got beat by the Texans because the Steelers didn't even deserve to be there.
Yeah, they did. They didn't look like they belonged in there. They just they kind of just backed their way into it. Like, yeah, we don't belong here, but we're just gonna show up.
Yeah, exactly.
But not show up. Yeah. Anyway, what's your prediction before I let you go, man? What's your prediction on this game? How confident are you feeling about Sunday? What's the score going to be?
Oof. That's hard because the Rams are tricky.
Yeah, tricky.
I would say 27-17.
Okay, 27-17. All right.
Seahawks.
All right, I'll take that. Yeah, that works for me. 27-17. I like it. 2-score game. Not too bad. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. Enjoy San Diego. Enjoy the sunshine. And I appreciate your kind words about saying how much you enjoy and inspired by my channel. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been watching you for a long time, and I've been really inspired by your channel, and I'm glad I got to talk to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, Landon, thanks very much. And go Hawks. Let's get a win this Sunday.
Go Hawks.
All right, go Hawks. So I got some questions people are asking. That Nothing But a Cow thing says, what is this? Did YouTube recommend me to? What is this channel? Well, my name is Norb Cam. Norb Cowwheely. I'm a Seahawks fan. If you are a California guy, 49er fan, I'm sorry you ended up here. But you are here, so you might as well make the best of it. Yes, you can call in Team Jameson 1985. The number is right there. You just put the code after you hit the number. All right, let's go to more callers because the lines are full. Let's see who we got here. From the 276. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Josh Richards, and I'm calling from Virginia.
Josh. All right, Josh from Virginia. What's going on? What's on your mind, man?
I just want to know your thoughts on this upcoming game against the Rams.
Well, I think it's going to be a close game. These two teams know each other so well. They obviously beat us once. We beat them the second time in a very, tight, exciting come-from-behind game where they really kind of ran all over us. And so I think these are the two best teams in the NFL. And I didn't misspeak. I didn't say NFC, NFL. I believe whoever wins this game is going to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. What's going to happen in this game? I think it's going to be back and forth. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be relatively low scoring. And I think the key is going to be our defense, our defensive line especially, being a little bit better than their defensive line. Because I think no matter what, whoever gets the better pressure on the other quarterback is going to win this game. I think really at the end of the day, it's going to come down to that. Whose defensive line can impact the quarterback more than the other? I think whichever one does that is going to win the game, because I think that's where the quarterback destiny is going to go with whatever the D-line allows him to do. So, and I would hope that we keep this momentum going as we did the 49ers, because we had good pressure on Brock Purdy and he was not being able to do much. So, yeah, I believe that we can get this done. It's going to be hard. It's going to be close. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to have probably multiple lead changes, and it'll probably come back down to a final possession where the team with the ball last either has a chance to win it or fail to win it. And I think the Seattle Seahawks will emerge victorious with a one-score margin. I'm not going to say the number right now, but that's what I think is going to happen. But I think we'll pull it off. Have to. We have to do it.
It's definitely going to be a defensive game. Whichever defense comes to play is going to win it. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl, especially since, Bo Nix breaking his ankle.
Yeah, really unfortunate for him. Now, I assume you're a Seahawks fan, right?
Oh, yeah, born and raised.
So, but you're from Virginia? Like, born and raised in Virginia, or did you move there?
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Virginia.
So how did a person born in Virginia become a Seahawks fan?
Mostly my mom. She just fell in love with the Seahawks, and it kind of passed down, and I used to watch all the games and used to be a big Russell Wilson fan.
Oh, okay. Oh, he did play down in NC State. Maybe that's where she got familiarity. Okay. Well, cool. It's always nice to have, hear from fans from other parts of the country and know that we got people rooting for them. So, all right. Well, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call. And, I'll be doing this again around the same time next week after the champ game to talk about it, good and bad. So, hopefully, mostly good. But we'll see how it goes, and we can share our thoughts on after this game plays out. Just less than a week to go, and we will know who's going and who's not going. Please be us. Please be us. All right, man. Thanks for the call, Josh. Go Hawks.
Thanks for...
Yeah, you bet. Let's go to Justin for the 509. Justin was helping explain to people on the chat how the phone call thing works. I appreciate it. Justin, what's going on, man?
Not a lot. Excited about that big blowout we just got done with, and hoping we can do it again against the Rams.
What was your favorite moment, aside from the opening kickoff, because I think that's a little too easy? Tell me what your favorite moment was during the game, like when you knew we were going to win that game. And while you're coming up with that, let me just say thanks to the JJB0894 Super Chat. Says, my dog has been my good luck charm all season, the good luck pooch. I told her if she doesn't send us to the Super Bowl, I'm selling her to the Amish. Damn. Oh, that took an evil turn at the end. That's not going to happen. We cannot let the good luck charm pup or the good luck charm pooch get sold to the Amish. So we got to win this game, Seahawks. All right. Back to you, man. What was your favorite moment in that game?
Yeah, I got
I got to be honest, I didn't get to really watch much of the game. I was busy working. I'm a server at Dave & Buster's, so I was busy making money.
Oh, man. So did they not even at least have this game up on the screens or anything?
Oh, they had the game up. Oh, yeah, they absolutely had the game up.
Okay.
I mean, I got to hear the entire dining room cheering.
But yeah, it's kind of hard to focus when you're doing your job. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I got to peek up every now and then, but no, I was watching the highlights, and I'd have to say my favorite moment of the game would, out of the highlights alone, probably have to be that Kenneth Walker big game.
Yeah. He had a game, didn't he? 3 touchdowns. I mean,
yeah.
Charbonnet goes down.
Yeah,
Ken
3
Walker just
touchdowns.
steps
He
up.
had a 22-yard rush for a touchdown, I think it was.
Yeah, I forget the yards, but yeah, he scampered in
His
3
second
times. I mean, it was
touchdown, that was
but yeah, one of them
at
was
that
about 22
point
yards.
was when I knew it was over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. It was great, huh? Just there was a point where you just kind of knew,
Oh, absolutely.
we're winning this game. They're not coming back. This defense
I gotta say real quick before we talk about much else, I really hope not just oh man, I'm spacing on the name now. Zach Charbonnet, not just his speedy recovery, but Bo Nix, dude. A second to the last play of the game. That is a bad way to end the season.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's bad enough us losing a running back, but at least we still have running backs. But you lose your starting
Right, at least we
quarterback.
still have running backs and options, but that's your starting quarterback that took you this far to break his ankle in the second to last game of the year.
I know, that's rough. And who knows how serious that will be to impact next season. But what's his name? Stidham?
Stidham, yeah.
He's going to be the... Well, you know, so, yeah, you imagine, like, this dude, now all of a sudden, he's just thrust into the limelight. He's the guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, an opportunity for him to make a name for himself. I think back, you know, when Nick Foles for the Eagles, remember when Carson Wentz went down and he had to step in. He ends up winning the Super Bowl. They have a statue of it and everything in Philadelphia. So,
On the
you know,
Philly special,
Philly
Tom
special.
Brady failed to do the Philly special.
Yes. Yeah, Tom Brady, the Philly stumble. Was what that was.
Philly, yeah.
But, you know, that's, yeah, so you never know. I mean, I kind of doubt it, but, you know, there's unsung heroes who rise to the occasion when sometimes their number gets called. So,
oh, absolutely.
A chance for him to shine. So, and get a little injection to his career. Well, what do you think about this Rams game coming up? What's your biggest, you know, like what needs to happen in order for us to get a win here?
I mean, obviously, we need to complete all 3 phases of the game. We need a big special teams return. Start off with a good, strong field position somewhere in the game. Get us into a, 30-yard situation for a touchdown. Be magnificent. That's asking a lot, I know, but Shahid's shown he can do it.
Yeah, special teams were huge, right? Between the kick, return for a touchdown,
I think that was the fastest quick we had from the fans in the game. 10 seconds in.
Yeah, well, you know, I think about Super Bowl 48 when we got the safety to start off the game. That was a 12-second score.
But it wasn't a home field quake.
Yeah, it wasn't a home field quake. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. As far as a home field quake, yeah, that was... Yeah, yeah, they recorded it, man. Did you see that? You know, this whatever seismograph or whatever. It's like,
yep.
It was pretty cool, very cool. So
it was awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well,
my prediction, I've got to say 35-24.
Wow, man!
Seahawks, obviously
getting more and more confident here. 35-24. Okay. Wow.
Well, I mean, look how bad they struggled against the Bears and the Panthers. Look what we did to the Panthers. I mean, yeah, we struggled the first time against them. The second time we came out lucky, but we did it with the 49ers, too.
That's true. That's true.
Third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we're just as, whatever makes us nervous, I'm sure the Rams are just as nervous about us. I hope.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Justin, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. Go Hawks.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the 604. Where is he? 604. There it is, from BC. Is this British Columbia? We'll find out. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Gavin from Vancouver.
Oh, from Vancouver, BC, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said Gavin is your name? Gavin?
Savin, S-A-V-I-N.
Oh, Savin. Okay, I didn't hear that. Savin from Vancouver. Okay, all right. What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about this team? What was What was your feeling after that whooping on the 49ers?
It was good. It was good, man. I think obviously this week is going to be tough. No Charbonnet. It's going to be It's going to be a tough one. I think Donald's going to have to throw the ball more now after, because we have kind of one reliable running back that's proven so far. But yeah, I think it should be good, and hopefully we can get the win. But yeah, it just feels like the Rams kind of gone downhill since that game we played them, and we as a team have kind of been. I think we've been completely better.
Yeah,
we've upgraded.
They have tried. They have tried. The Rams have definitely had some struggles since their loss to us. It almost felt like it kind of like sent them on this sort of downwards thing. But they did have a pretty good game against the Cardinals, and that win against the Eagles, or not the Eagles. That win to beat the Bears. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us thought that they were going to end there with the cold, and it looked like the Bears were going to march down and get a game-winning field goal and finally knock the Rams out. But no, they keep coming back like a bad horror movie. But let me ask you something. Who do you think is going to be the key player of the game? Like, when you think about like what player on the Seahawks, whether it be a defensive guy, offensive guy, who's going to have to be the name? Like, when the game's over and we emerge victorious, we go, oh man, it was blah 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 who had a game that really propelled us to a win. Who do you think that would be?
Obviously, I think the easy answer would be Donald. But especially because I think he's going to have to throw the ball. In my opinion, he's going to have to throw the ball 30 times. That's my prediction. He's going to have to have 30-plus pass attempts in this game. It's going to be one of those games, it feels like. Just because, Walker, and if Walker's not going or they're countering the run, it's going to fall all in the pass now. Yeah, I think the thing with, Mike McDonald, he's the best at in-game adjustments in the second half. You've seen it all over this year.
Yes, we have.
It's just felt like, it feels like in that past Rams game, the run game was going that first half when we played, or their run game was. But yeah, I think that the Seahawks countered the run there in the second half, and they had like seven straight stops. I think by the end of fourth quarter and overtime, it felt like.
Yeah.
Before Nakua had that touchdown in overtime.
It did, yeah. No, we did. Had like three and outs to make that overtime possible. So yeah, no, for sure. He's a defensive wizard. Everywhere he goes. So hopefully the third time is a charm. But these are two great coaches, man. Sean McVay is offensive genius. Mike McDonald is a defensive genius. So you got two chess masters going at it and trying to get their pawns and their kings and queens and their bishops and all that in the right position. And someone's got to make a play greater than the other. So we'll see. So you're saying it's going to be Sam Darnold who will be the hero of this game. I hope he doesn't have to throw it 30 times. I'm hoping that we could run it like 20-something times or past 20 times and rush a whole bunch more and not even have to put the ball into Darnold's hands. But if he has to do it, I have the faith that he can get it done. So we'll see what happens. Did you already give me a score prediction?
I think the score prediction, I think it's going to be maybe I'll go 24-21 Seahawks.
24-21. Okay. All right. Back to the close nail biter type of game, but that works. It's probably more like what I think is going to be in the mid-20s, but who knows? Last time was a
I just don't see the Seahawks giving up. I just don't see the Seahawks giving up 30 plus again, especially the way they have been playing.
Right.
And then I think the offense. I think it's they've been. I see them as a mid-20s scoring against the Rams. And I think they've been clutch all year, so I think it's gonna prevail again. Because even every clutch moment this year, Darnold's pretty much been there. Because even that first Rams game, we had 4 picks. At the end of the day, still that last drive gave Myers a chance at the field goal, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
we almost did. Despite all that, we almost still got it done. But it's going to be interesting. 2 very different games so far that we played. What will the third one look like? Time will tell in about 6 days. All right, thanks, Evan. Appreciate the call, man, and go Hawks. Let me go to, I think this is Downs. He's been trying to figure out how to get on. Well, I'm going to finally get him on right here. So let's see, where is he at? I'm going to find him. You're in here somewhere. Downs. All right. There you go. Is this Downs?
Yep.
All right, got that right. All right, Downs. I saw you were trying to figure out how to get on here. Well, you're on with NorbCam, man. A first-time caller, I assume. Where are you from?
Portland, Oregon.
From Oregon. All right. Yeah, so Yeah, talk to me, man. What's your feeling about this upcoming game against the Rams? I assume at first, I assume, are you a Seahawks fan? I assume that you are.
No, you're gonna hate me, bro. I'm not a 49ers fan. Don't worry. I'm not a Rams fan. Not a Cardinals fan. I'm actually originally a Packers fan.
Packers fan. Okay, a Packers fan in Oregon. What's going on in here? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
what brought you on to call into this show as a Packers fan whose team is no longer in contention in the playoffs? What brings you here? What's on your mind?
I know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. We just got unlucky that night. We blew a 21-3 lead.
I don't know how you guys lost that game. You guys had everything going. The Packers were in control. Chicago looked desperate, and I know that's inexcusable that happened. I'm actually surprised that the coach didn't get fired. Of the coaches that got fired over the weekend and the last 2 weekends, I'm surprised he still has a job. But I don't know.
There were a lot of coaches that got fired, and wasn't it like John Harbaugh got hired to the Giants or something?
Yeah. He's going to make the Giants a winner.
Like, what?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? He takes them to the Super Bowl next year? That would be.
Yeah.
That would be Coach of the Year business right there. But anyway, so as from a Packers fan on this show, what's your purpose of calling? What are you doing here?
Well, yeah, the Seahawks went into the playoffs for sure. They looked like a really good team. They came in as the number 1 seed, and as you know, they showed it in against San Francisco. That was a really good game. 41-6, definitely a blowout. I was watching the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like other teams, you look at other teams. I wanted to talk about the Broncos and Bills. I felt bad after that one.
I felt bad for Josh Allen. Buffalo, I don't know, man. It's just Buffalo, just a cursed city and a cursed organization. 4 Super Bowl appearances in the 90s, never won a single one. And Josh Allen's like 0 for 7 in the playoffs or something. I mean, he's too good to not have been to the Super Bowl. He's such a good player, and he just can't do it. Even when the other teams that have kept him down, no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Packers team to get in the way. He's finally going to, Packers are in NFC, what am I talking about? But finally he's going to have a clear shot to the AFC, side to represent in the Super Bowl, and then he has a poop of a game. Not helped by the refs either.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bad game by Josh Allen. Too many turnovers, but that call, that was the worst call ever. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was like the Packers game. They kind of fell apart at the end. They kind of made a comeback, and then they fell apart at the end. It was just well, what's the point, man? What's the point in even taking the lead if you're going to blow it in the end?
I guess Packers fans know a little bit about that too, don't they? It's harsh.
Yep,
Justin Selvage, real quick, on the $2 super chat. Forgot to say Steelers stop wasting playoff spots.
It's kind of like hockey too, like the Toronto Maple Leafs choking in Game 7, but Packers fans are used to losing in the fourth quarter for sure.
Yeah, Packers have definitely seen their share of heartache once to the hands of the Seahawks. I actually heard an interview with Aaron Rodgers asked, what was the worst loss you've ever had? And he brought up, actually, to no surprise, the NFC Championship game in the 2014-2015 season, which sent us to the Super Bowl.
I remember that.
Only to lose to the Patriots in a game that we shouldn't have lost. There's a lot of that going on. But
the game that, like I said about the Bears game a couple weeks ago, I don't want to talk about it. It's probably a game that you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but that game, we won't talk about it.
At the 1 yard line. I was mad about the throw at the 1 yard line. Why?
Yeah, we all asked that question. Why? Why did he throw it? And then, but man, when that Packers game against the Bears regular season one, that I was watching that going, man, this is like deja vu 2014 NFC Championship game. The way that went, it was literally almost the same formula. I mean, I could not believe it. And then you guys had a chance to exercise your demons in the playoffs, and bro, I don't know. And then Chicago takes that gift that you gave them to let them advance, only to blow it when they should have they had the stop on the Rams. All they got to do is go down the field another 15 yards and they're in field goal range. And what does he do? I don't know if it's Williams'
He
fault, or
throws
you
an
blame the receiver for
interception.
not finishing the route, but whatever it was, he throws the ball up. Of all the choices, you could have done a million different things, and you throw this ball pretty much right to the defender, and then Rams go and win the game.
Definitely.
We could have been playing the freaking Bears here on
Definitely.
Sunday, but oh well, that's just how it goes. But
Yeah.
well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in here as a Packers fan. Good luck to you next year.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens, but hopefully you can cheer us on
Yeah.
because we really should. We need this more than the Rams do. I mean, the freaking Rams, they just won the Super Bowl like a few years ago. They don't need this. We need it more than they do.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah. By the way, my score prediction:
let's hear it.
24-14 Seahawks.
Okay, I like it. Defensive
I'll be wearing my
battle.
Hawks jersey that day.
You have a Hawks jersey?
Yeah, I have like 55 jerseys: hockey, basketball, and football.
But how are you a Packers fan and own a Seahawks jersey?
I know, it's weird. Don't ask.
I mean, I
mean, like,
own a
Metcalf-
49ers jersey, but I do it because I make fun of them. So that's why I own other teams'
Yeah.
gear because I need it for my skits. But I don't like wear like, hey, go Niners. Yeah, no. But anyway, I'm not judging. I'm here to judge.
Can you do that voice?
I'm glad you have a
Can you do that
Seahawks
voice?
jersey, and please wear it. I would appreciate it. What was that? What'd you say?
Yeah. Can you do that voice really quick?
What voice? You mean this voice? That what you want
Yeah.
to hear? I know, it's such a lovely
How
sound.
do you do that?
I don't know, it just kind of happens. It's just, sometimes greatness cannot be described. It just comes to you in the form
That
of
makes me laugh every
Chrysostom.
time.
But I'm glad I could entertain you at my expense. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Packers fan with the Seahawks jersey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's go. Somebody wanted me to call him. Oh, first I got to say thank you to Serenity72 for this $5 super chat. First, Rams win. They barely won, and that was with 4 turnovers by Darnold. Yeah, they barely won. That's true. But then they almost kicked our ass the second time, and we had to come from behind in a game where they had 500-something yards. Makes no sense. Okay, let's go. God, there's so many lines in here. I'm going to be out here all night trying to answer all these calls. Rabbit from Spokane. I saw your chat in there say, yeah, pick me up. Rabbit.
What's up, man?
Yo.
What's happening?
What's
yeah,
up?
we talked last time.
I know, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
gosh, what an epic. Dude, that was like the most greatest, literally top speed Shaheed.
oh, Tasfi
You know,
Shaheed. I feel the need.
Oh, my God.
The need for Shaheed, baby.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, that was something.
When he goes, dude, he is in all gears, and that little slip of the kicker trying to trip him, that was kind of out of uncalled for.
Yeah,
But,
nice try, Lausche. But yeah, I know that was pretty
plenty of room
lame.
to go and tackle. If you're going to tackle somebody, tackle him. Don't be a wiener or
I
a
know.
whiner.
It's like he forgot what sport he was playing. Soccer tackle, but
He's playing soccer.
that's probably a
Hitter
sport though.
football.
He was probably a soccer player. That's his first instinct to slide tackle the guy. But hey, you know what? He had no chance of tackling him with his body. Might as well try something else, but it didn't work. But yeah, Shaheed's a great weapon, man. It is. It's like Percy Harvin, 2025 style. It's great without the attitude.
Right. Remember what I was telling you? You see a lot of replicated things with this team than we do with the 2013 team. We got how many turnovers? Four? Literally. It's paperwork. Three forced turnovers.
Yeah.
In the first quarter.
Yeah. And Ernest Jones responsible for 2 of them.
Yep, right.
That dude.
Right. It was like play after play. I jumped up and started screaming at my big screen. And it was just like epic. My family was like, oh my God, Rabbit's back. It's like, I loved it. And so my bold prediction last week was 28-7.
Wow.
Overall, 28-10.
Damn, you might have
They
been
didn't even
closer
get
than
it.
any of us. That's pretty good.
Right.
And
So-
who would have thought that
so-
you've 28 to, what did you say, 28-7 was your prediction?
28-7, overall 28-10. They wouldn't have gotten past.
Yeah, someone would have been reacting like, "What are you talking about, dude? There's no way we're gonna put 28 and hold them to that much." And then someone from the future would go, actually, they're gonna get 41, and they're only gonna go score 6." I mean, who would have thought that?
So if we can replicate last week's game against 49ers, we got pretty close to that score we had. So it'll be a dominating. We'll stop Matt. We'll stop their run game because they don't have one. I mean, the only thing that we have to worry about is
Puka Nacua.
Yes, we have to worry about him. He's always open when it comes to Seahawks. He's always open. We're never guarding him.
Yeah.
And so we got to guard him. We got a 2-man on.
He's the number one target.
2-man on.
They should have posters all over the Seahawks locker room that has number one most wanted list, Puka Nacua, with a mugshot of him like this and like that. And no, he should not get a step beyond anywhere because they should just be on him like, S on toast.
Now if we play like we did the last Rams game, you're going to watch 2-point conversions on our side. 2-point conversions. We'll replicate that.
Yeah.
So, when the 2 games, overall, my bold prediction is pretty close to what we had. It will be 38-12 or 38-13 because they'll miss a field goal.
Wow. 38-12, keeping the Rams and that vaunted offense to 12 points.
38-13, they'll miss a field goal.
Man, I can't wait to go back and see who all the score predictions in this show, who actually gets closest to the real thing.
Better write it down.
Oh, it's recorded. It's on the record, so I will be able to go back and find it, man. I'm going to be like, this dude got it right here. Let's get that guy a cigar.
Oh, man, I did. I mean, dude, I called the Super Bowl 3rd week in the preseason. I went September 19, 2012.
That was my birthday, by the way.
Okay, awesome birthday. My mom passed away on February 2nd, 3 years after the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. Sorry, man.
So anyway, I got a big, huge connection with this, with this team. My mom actually sold Steve Largent a Bayliner boat.
Whoa, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, so I got a little history with this team, a little bit, not much, not something to brag about. I mean, I was a young kid, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But full prediction, pretty much the same. If we played like last week, put the gear on, full to the metal, pedal to the metal, all gears rolling, all the ducks in a row. We're working as a team, offense and defense. We can stop their run game. We can bust. The worry I have is. Hands down for Zach and his injury, and prayers to him and his family.
Yeah, I know. Rough, man. I mean, not just the injury, but but missing out, not being able to be on the field for these epic games here. Hopefully, potentially 2 games.
He should be there. He should be there for that team, getting that ring. He's part of the team.
Well, he will. I mean, if it happens, he will get it. Yeah, he won't be on the field, but he'll be on the sideline cheering him on.
San Francisco.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for him, man. All right, we'll win it. We'll win it. Let's win it for Sharbs. Hawks! 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 Hawks!
Good talking to you, Norm.
You too, man. All right, go Hawks. Love it. Let's go to Seahawks Eddie from the 253. Waited a long time. Eddie, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good, man. Haven't heard from you in a while. How you feeling about everything?
Yeah, after watching that game, it reminded us of Super Bowl 48.
It was very much like 48. That kind of feeling, that happy feeling, like everything's great in the world, right? For 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we set a new record of how fast we scored.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 13 seconds. Should have been 12, but almost 12. 13 seconds, pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I can't remember the last time we beat down the 49ers with that kind of domination. I mean, it has been a while.
I think it had to be in the Kaepernick days.
Yeah, when they were really starting to suck and we were starting to dominate, when the 49ers kind of went through that dark period. I don't know. That's still 35 points. That's a big. That is a big margin of victory, and it's so amazing because when you look at the stat sheet, as I did at the beginning of the show, you wouldn't think by the numbers that that's what the score would be, because we didn't pass for a lot. The time of possession, the yards weren't really that drastically different, but it was the turnovers, and it was the turnovers were a big part. 3-0, and the fact that they couldn't get any touchdowns, it was all field goals, only 2 of them. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a repeat of that. I hope it would. I'd love it for it to be. I just don't think it will be against the Rams, a totally different team that's pretty healthy. So yeah,
that would be nice.
It would be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, tell me what do you expect for this game, and give me a score prediction.
I'm gonna say if we can play mistake-free football, I'm gonna say we win by 10 points. But and I could see it coming down to a Jason Myers field goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think a lot of the predictions have been like 2-3 points, 1 point.
I'll say 27-24.
Yeah. That feels about right. To me, that feels like what this game could come down to. And maybe that is. Maybe it does come down to a Jason Myers final game winner, and they hoist him up on his shoulders and parade him around, and as he sniffs his smelling salts. I mean, that would be pretty cool ending to the game. I'll take any of those, but I'd love a blow. I think blowout would be great. I love a blowout that would disappoint the ratings, because all the people watching this game expecting this just down to the wire close game to the last second is like another 38-3 blowout, and people turn off the game after the third quarter. I would love that, but I just don't think that's going to be what it's going to be. So, Eddie, are you going to be at the game?
I'll be working this game.
Yeah. Oh, you're actually working at the stadium?
No, I'll be working my Target job on Sunday.
Oh, you actually have to work on that. Okay, I thought maybe I know some people who are working at the stadium in different positions and stuff. So I thought maybe you're one of them. But all right, that's cool. Well, I guess you'll have to keep tabs on your phone or something, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll cheer for you while you're out, making a living. But appreciate the call, bro.
Yeah, gotta get anytime.
Yeah, you got to get that bread. I understand. All right, man. We'll go Hawks, and we'll try to get this done on Sunday, man. All right, let's go to Robert in the 509.
Hello.
What's happening?
Nothing much. What about you?
Yeah, I'm just talking Hawks, getting excited, talking about what it's going to take to get a win on Sunday. What do you think?
Oh, this is getting me riled up. I'm ready to watch, man. I mean, when we were starting, I was getting like carrots and cucumbers with ranch, and I'm like getting my dip ready, and I'm with my dad, and we're just like sitting down getting ready for the game to start in the 49ers, and then we instantly just jump up and we almost spill over all the ranch.
It was you can't start a game any better than that, that's for sure. Yeah, that was an awesome way.
Absolutely, man.
It was such a great environment too. I mean, I was lucky to be in that game, but they had the night, nighttime. You got the LED lights going off. You got the multiple fireworks all across the edge of the stadium and at the end zone. And they added these LED lights. Just they have a lot of cool lights as is, but they added these lights on the stairs too. We're like, oh, where'd those lights come from? And they literally just attached them with like zip ties. These little lights on the handrails going up the stairs, but it added this cool like vertical lighting effect. Just they went all out for this one, and hopefully they'll do some more of that on the game on Sunday too. That's what's cool about playoffs, but also prime time and evening games. You get all the fun of the all the pomp and circumstance of everything. So the environment is going to be electric. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. Hopefully we can impact the game. But yeah, man, it's I don't think the energy will be any different. It'll be tough to match a kickoff return for a touchdown. Can he do it twice in a row? That would be amazing. But no matter what, we got to be full of energy and just going crazy. But what do you think, man? What's your key to the game? Who's going to rise up and be the hero for the Seahawks? What player is going to be the guy that we're talking about that helped get us to a Super Bowl?
I gotta say, it's gonna be just like last game. It's gonna be K9, and I wish Zach Charbonnet was with us.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that combo right there, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Just to watch them. 3 touchdowns for K9, 190 yards, I think. Just ridiculous. And then Rashid Shaheed as well. Rashid Shaheed is like a key element of the Seahawks, man.
Yeah, Shaheed speed.
I really think those 2 players are going to be a game changer.
How about on defense? Who do you want to see have a game?
Defense?
Yeah.
Eamon Wari, absolutely. I really wanted him to get an interception from Matthew Stafford. Nothing would make me smile more than that.
Yeah, I'll take an interception. I'll also take a sack fumble, too, because he can get in the backfield, too. Eamon Wari was a little quieter in this last 49er game. You didn't really quite say his name as much. It was definitely the Ernest Jones game, the Leonard Williams game. Who else had a pick? Somebody else. Was it a fumble? Was it 1 pick and 2 fumbles? I forgot what was the other third. It was one pick and 2 fumbles, I think, right? Yeah, Ernest Jones stripped one, and then he got the interception, and then there was another one that I can't quite remember. But anyway.
There's so many people on defense that you could just say, like, any player basically on defense I would love to watch.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he's been a beast all year. Byron Murphy, Jaron Reed, Ernest Jones again, Witherspoon, can't forget Witherspoon.
Big Cat.
Yeah, Big Cat. Rick Woolen, he could come up big with an interception. Kobe Bryant is back in the mix. Julian Love had a fumble recovery. All that.
I'm not a fan of Woolen, actually. I mean, I've seen some plays by him, but he's the one that gets most of the flags, and it's like, you're celebrating and then flag, Rick Woolen.
He's been better lately. He was kind of annoying at the beginning of the year, especially. I kind of put the blame on the loss of the 49ers in week 1 on him. He has some really bad coverage issues in that game, and they cleaned it up, but he's actually been really good lately. Tackling well, covering well. He hasn't been getting the picks as much as, like his first year here, but he's been solid. He's been just doing his part, and, maybe he'll rise up and be a hero. But, yeah, I know. Take your pick, man. I love this defense. It's so much fun to watch. So, all right. Did you give me a score prediction?
Yeah.
I can't remember if you gave me a score prediction.
Oh, all right. Rams. I'm thinking it's going to be a tooth and nail. I'm really thinking that Seahawks are going to win. But I think it's going to be like 1 point. I think it's going to be 20-19.
Oh, jeez. Wow. That's low scoring.
So,
19, that's a funky number. That's a hard score to get. But, yeah, okay. 1 point nail biter. Damn. Let's see. Starting to like the blowout predictions.
I mean, you got to be realistic, man. I mean, Rams versus Seahawks. I mean, it's always been tooth and nail.
I know. It's like that first game. The first game was kind of like that, right? Wasn't it like 21-19 or something? It was something like that, I think, or 22-20 or 21-20, something like that.
Yeah, and we missed the field goal.
Missed that 61-yard attempt.
That was the worst part about it.
Yeah, and and if they don't get that punt that goes out the 1-inch line, we win that game too, even despite 4 interceptions. But anyway, that's the way the ball bounces. All right, Matt. Well, thanks for the call. Appreciate the feedback and everything. Hope the prediction comes out, whatever it takes, us on top. All right, appreciate it, Robert. Let's go to. I think from the Salt Lake City has been waiting for a while. From the 385. Who's this?
Hey, Norb. This is Michael calling from Utah. How are you?
It is Michael from Utah. I'm doing good, man. Yeah. How you feeling about things this weekend, man? Are you nervous, confident? Think we're going to do another blowout like last week? Or are you like one of those win by the skin of your teeth by 1 point type of guys?
That's a great question. I think it'll be close. I'll give you my score prediction up front. I think it'll be 27-24. I think it comes down to the wire. But I'm so excited for the game, man. I can't wait. My dad and I went to the Thursday night game.
Oh, you were there for the comeback.
And, yeah.
Good you didn't leave early
it was,
like some people did.
Oh, I saw people leaving, and I was just like, man.
You think people would have learned by now that you just don't leave early. It's just a bad idea. Seattle finds a way to come back.
I was so excited to witness the comeback unfold the way that it did. The stadium was electric.
Yeah, you're lucky to be there.
So much so that, my dad and I are coming back for the NFC Championship.
Oh, you'll be there on Sunday. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, 100%,
wow, coming up from Utah.
man.
All right. That's commitment. I love it.
I'm from Seattle originally.
And moved. Okay.
But moved, yeah. But yeah, I think the game will be close. If I were to give some keys to the game, I think that Seattle needs to get a strong pass rush with 4, and obviously they need to stop the run.
Yep.
I watched back the Thursday night game, and I think a lot of the issues that kind of exposed Seattle's defense. And you maybe give me your thoughts, but it seemed like McDonald blitzed at an unusually high rate. It was like 40+% or something like that. And I think that it just left the secondary exposed. And so I think he just, I don't know if staying true to his fundamentals a little bit more and just trusting the front to get the job done. I think Seattle pulls out the win.
Well, I think you bring up a good point. There is some stat that does show that when Stafford is blitzed, he's one of the best against it. Doesn't usually go down, and he's usually very effective against it. So hopefully Seattle will take that into account. But they also got to get pressure, because if you let him stand all day back there, he'll pick you apart with that tight end crew and Puka Nacua and all that. So it's a double-edged sword, right? You sell out with the blitz. If you don't get there, it's a disaster. But you also want to have them just have all day. So the front four has really got to get to them. I believe that is really the key. If I had to boil it down to one thing, as I said earlier, the defensive lines, our D-line's got to be better than their D-line when it comes to pressure on the quarterback. Because I think that would change the whole game and really put things in a different feel. Because when Stafford is under pressure, he's a totally different dude. So, yeah, he doesn't have the escapability of like a Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, where you're afraid to rush those guys, or even Kyler Murray, because those guys can just run like crazy. But that's not his game. So, but he's smart in the pocket.
I agree with you.
You got to keep him contained and not let him get sneaky in there. So, yeah, hopefully they can pull that off.
Yeah, me too, man. I agree with you 100%. And then on the offensive side of the ball, obviously we need to run the rock.
Yeah.
And they need to protect the ball. Fortunately, Darnold's been a lot better at protecting the ball the last several weeks, and so hopefully he can keep that up. But before we jump off the call, man, I just want to say I've been seeing your videos since like 2017.
Oh, nice.
And I just want to say thank you for being such a positive influence in the community, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I think as far as social media goes, and people that have platforms, I think they could take a page out of your book, man, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate the feedback, man. It means a lot to hear that from you, and it's vindication, because a lot of times you do these things and you put a lot of work in and time, and you just hope people appreciate it. And I definitely, in the last few days, because of the success of the Seahawks, obviously, and this run through the playoffs has helped all of us influencers who are Seahawks supporters, has been definitely very helpful. But I've gotten a lot of videos that I've gotten out there, and the one I put out there about what it means to be a 12 and what you got to do in the stadium, and also having faith in the team. I know a lot of people who watch those and really, really meant something to them. So it's nice to hear, words like that. So I appreciate what you had to say. So thanks. It makes me want to keep doing it, because I know that people are listening and watching out there.
You bet, man. You're making a difference for sure.
Well, I
Keep up
appreciate
the good work.
Thank you, man. All right. Well, Michael, have a great time, and who knows, maybe we'll run into each other at the game on Sunday. So look for my green hair. I'll be walking around. So
okay, sounds good.
I run into you in the bathroom.
Take care.
Later. All right, go Hogs. Let's go to Heather. Oh wait, this might be not Heather. This is Heather's line. This is Abel.
Hello, this is on my mom's phone.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's up? I don't know where my phone's at the moment, so I had to switch.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Abel, man. We have not been doing our show this year, but I think once the Seahawks went on this win streak, I think we were afraid to do anything that would screw up the win streak. So we haven't really gone back to doing the show, but I miss talking to you guys. Abel Pasley, who's one of the most intelligent young men who know so much about the game for a dude you wouldn't think is as smart as he is. Real quick before I get to your comment, man, super chat to detail-oriented Bobby says, Hawks will win 24-13. It's been a long time since I've seen a team this together, all bought in and playing for one another. Hawks playing as a team. Other teams lean on few specific key players, 12 as one. I love it, man. I do feel the same way, that this does really feel like a brotherhood. Even compared to the 2013 team, while we loved that team, there were a lot of egos on that team, right? Sherman was a big ego that went with that team. And, Golden Tate, and we had, Percy Harvin, and there's a lot of things that weren't exactly all unified in the background. But this team really feels like they're together. There's no egos. They all play for each other. And it's inspiring to see this team full of guys who really seem to love and support each other. Don't you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing with that Legion of Boom team is that I think they kind of thrived off of that, like, swag. They were so confident that it just made them 10 times better, and they all knew that. But I would say there's a different type of, thing with this team where everyone's working together and everyone builds each other up, And you just definitely see a lot less individual, great games and more of just all-around great team games.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the games this year, Darnold hasn't had crazy stats or anything, but he manages the team based off of how we play, and that's the reason we've been so good this year. It's just a lot of talent mixed with very good game managing and teamwork. I think that's...
Yeah. What I think is good, too, is, your leaders kind of set the tone. And, Darnold's a very humble guy, kind of quiet leader. He's not real up and down, not real emotional. He's a very steady dude, and the players talk about that. And, probably the most talkative guy would be Witherspoon. But compared to Sherman, he's nothing to that degree. He's kind of like a little spark plug. But you look at all the other guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, who has had a hell of a year, and he's like a seasoned vet, right? He's been around longer than a lot of the other guys have, and he's just like a workman dude. But he's just like he comes in there with this is what I do, but he doesn't. He lets his actions do the talking, and I love that, And and like Cooper Kupp, to me, Cooper Kupp, this dude has done it all, right? He's won a World Championship. He was the Super Bowl MVP, and here he is in this role that's pretty reduced compared to what he did, and yet you never hear him complain. He's happy to block. He does a great job blocking, just like all the other receivers do. And yet, when his numbers called, like last week, he was the leading receiver with 60 yards, did score a touchdown. But it's like he even said, we all love to get the ball. Everyone loves to get the ball. But, you just got to be ready when your number's called. And even like Jake Bobo had a really good catch last week. He hardly ever gets thrown to. And he made a big play, and it was a big one. I think it was a first down deep in their territory that I believe led to a touchdown. But guys like that, they all just seem to be very happy to just do their part.
Right, because it's not, it's not a bad game from this individual. We did bad as a team, and then it's not this one individual really shined, and it's not, it's the whole team shined. And I think that's what the players do, is instead of, acknowledging themselves, they acknowledge the other guys on the team. And that's the reason why it's probably such a good, locker room, and that's one of the reasons why the team is thriving so well all around. Because when you think about it, the team isn't, the team thrives on every aspect of the game. And you don't see that a lot. They're not, there's not that many teams in the NFL that can be that great at all different things evenly. And I mean, obviously, you could say the defense is the best part of the team stuff, but I guess my point is it's cool seeing this well-rounded of a team and, none of the guys being selfish on one particular side. So. Yeah.
And it's easy to say that because, of course, when you are 15-3 and you don't lose a lot, of course, everyone's going to be pretty happy. It's teams that start losing where there's a lot of finger pointing and all that kind of stuff. But, it's like even look at these teams who were in the playoffs, right? Like, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. There's a lot of glum faces over there. with the Eagles, right? And of course they lost, but you remember there's a lot of stuff going on. AJ Brown looked like he did not seem bought into what was going on. Him and the coach having words. I mean, we had that problem. We had DK Metcalf. He was that guy on the Seahawks, and I'm glad he's not that problem anymore.
But I also think, it's just, we have proven that even through adversity, the team still stays strong in its roots. And obviously we haven't had to face much, but after that Rams game, vibes were not very high. And even after the game, just all the guys picked up Sam Darnold, and they were like, they blamed it on themselves because of certain opportunities they missed. But it's just like, even when one of the players can have one of the worst games of the season, they still don't,
Yeah, they had his back. I think I know the press conference with Ernest Jones, right? I think they asked something about Darnold, and he not only backed him up, but he sort of told if anybody thinks otherwise about him, you can go F off. I thought that was pretty cool, So it's nice to see that, that they do have each other's back and everything, even when there's a loss, because that's really when it has to happen.
Locker room is a great combo, I'll say that much.
Let me ask you this. So, we all know what's at stake here. We all know what the Rams can do. We've seen them do it to us. We've also seen us stop them. So, what do you think is going to be the key to stopping it, or not really stopping, but slowing down the Puka Nacua connection? Because we all know that he's the guy that changes the game. How do we slow him down? What do we got to do so we don't see what happened last game? Do this again.
It's tricky because obviously we run a system that's built off of, a lot of the guys having to step up. So I think maybe it's time that we just have our best guy versus theirs and line them up with Spoon all game. I mean, it's tricky, right? Because last time I didn't see many plays where, like, the ones that Puka went off, I didn't even see Witherspoon on the screen.
Right.
So, and it's tricky because it's like, if you play man, maybe it doesn't work very well and their guys beat your guy, but I kind of like the idea of having our best guy versus theirs just because of how great Spoon is. And I have faith that he can cover anything. So I think if you run a coverage where Spoon is, defending Puka the whole game, I wouldn't mind it.
So you want to see Witherspoon man on man following Puka Nacua around. That's what you would do if you were the D coordinator.
I would do it. I don't know. Witherspoon has been consistently good all season. And Puka clearly, last game in overtime, his touchdown, completely just blown coverage.
All right.
He just had all that separation.
Well, and I think to add to what you're saying, I wouldn't be against that, but I think you also got to kind of put a safety to kind of bracket him a little bit too, right? I feel like he's going to wreck it.
And I think if anything, we've proven this season that we don't need that many guys to rush to create pressure. All right? Like, we seriously don't. So I think you can almost just lay off the... Like, look, you need pass rush, but I think our D-line's good enough to where you really only need, like maybe 3 to 4 guys rushing for there to be pressure to the QB. That's how good our D-line is.
Right.
And if you can rely on that, then you could play man coverage. And now, this being said, if, things aren't working, you can always make an adjustment.
Yeah, true.
Right? And if this thing doesn't work out, I think you just play very physical zone defense that relies on, like, covering anything past 5 yards, even if that, allows a check down option, just because of the explosiveness from Nacua. The big plays are what's been setting us up, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, but Outlaw Pistolero 2045 brings up a good point that the Rams tight ends are good too, particularly former Seahawks Kobe Parkinson. He has a knack of getting downfield and being another weapon that if you can focus too much on the outside receivers, he can go out there and just find his way to the corner of the pylon and score a touchdown. So we got to watch out for him too. Real quick, we want to shout out to Ragnar Helson with the super chat. Says, Sherman talked a lot of ish, but he backed it up. But yeah, honestly, no one didn't like Sherman, I'm just comparing the difference between personalities of the LOB and this defense. Very different.
One of the best D-backs of our generation.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
he could definitely back it up.
Yeah.
No one was going to doubt that. But I was going to touch on the tight end thing. We haven't played our best against tight ends this year. Like, I think if we're going to point out a weak point in our defense, which, let me repeat, there are not many, I would say tight ends have been an issue. But this is if we line up Spoon against Nakua, which, hey, I don't know if McDonald's going to do that. He has his own system that's been working all year, and I wouldn't say man coverage has really, like, sustained off that. Like, I haven't seen that be a primary part of the system. But if we did run man, I don't hate seeing, Eamon Wari coming out from behind or even lining up with Parkinson someplace. But, because, Eamon Wari doesn't, like, strictly play safety. He kind of operates
he's a rusher sometimes plays like linebacker, sometimes he's in
exactly.
coverage.
That's kind of my point. You can have him on some plays if you're running zone, coming from the back as as just leverage from the deep ball and run after catch. And then, or you can have him line up against their tight ends because he's a physical and great First of all, he's phenomenal in coverage. Let's get that straight. I mean, versus the Rams last time, he had multiple, forced incompletions that are very clutch and well timed. So
Right.
I have faith that he could run a man, and sure, Kobe Bryant can too. I mean, you adjust to what you see, right?
Yeah.
But I think I think our best guys can go up against their best guys. And I think that's probably our best shot.
Got a score prediction for me, man?
Oh, you know it. Final score prediction, we got Seahawks 27, Rams 17.
Ooh, 10-point win. I like it. All right. Now, other question. Are you going to be at the game?
Of course I am.
Man, we might have to try to meet up, bro. Where's your seats again? What section?
Huh?
What section
It's
are you
like,
at?
I think it's kind of like 50-yard line nosebleed, so kind of 336.
We're so close, man. I'm at 334, the very front. I'm at the front of 334, so we should try to meet up. And I don't know if do you know if Sky High Aviation is going to be at the game? Nick LeBeau might be there too. I'll text you guys. We might have to try to do a little meetup at half or something because this is our last chance to do it. So
yeah, super cool. I gotta go. It's a special experience.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's try to meet up one last time. But it's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah.
We got to make some noise and see these guys off in style to represent in the Super Bowl. All right. Thanks for the call, man. It's good to talk to you again.
Yeah,
Take it easy, Abel.
Can't wait to host a Stafford retirement party.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll talk soon, man. Take care and go Hawks. All right. It says we're at the 8 o'clock hour. We've been going on for 2 hours now. I'm going to grab 2 more calls, and it's going to be Matthew at the 360 and Luis in the 786. And I'm going to finish with Shardall because Shardall is the 49er fan who came on my show last week and predicted a very bold and brash prediction and how the 49ers were going to kick our butts. So I'm going to save his call for last. So they start with Matthew, so I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody. But I appreciate you guys for patiently waiting on, but I'm going to grab Matthew, Luis, and then Chardol. So, Matthew, you're up next.
What's up, Norv? How's it going?
I'm pretty hyped, man. It's been fun talking all this and kind of hearing everybody's takes on what they think is going to happen on Sunday. What do you think?
I'm currently watching Miami and Indiana for the national championship.
I haven't been watching it, but I hear it's like 24-21 with Indiana in the red zone, so that's right now.
Indiana is about to kick a field goal, and they're going to give Miami the ball back with probably about like a minute 40 left.
With a chance to score a touchdown.
I'm going to multitask here.
Lead. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, you want to do a quick...
we're going to multitask here.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't keep you long on here, but just give me your quick assessment of the Seahawks-Rams game. What's it going to take to get the win, and give you a score prediction?
No turnovers, protection for Sam Darnold. If Kenneth Walker definitely needs to step up, especially since Zach Charbonnet isn't gonna be in it, and
defense has to put on its A game because our defense, which has been really good all year, last time we played them, put up a bit of a stinker. Their defense did not play good against the Rams last time, but we won, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, but it does matter because we have to play them again. So they need to go roll that tape back and go, we won the game, but, this part kind of needs some work, So, yeah, I'm with you.
But it's best when you but it's best when you go, okay, well, we didn't play our best. We got to work on this, and we got to work on this, and we got to work on this. But, hey, we won, so that's what ultimately matters.
Yeah, it's good to have a learning experience in a win, but for sure. Score prediction?
I got, obviously, the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks winning 27-24.
27-24. All right. Nail biter time, just not unlike this national championship game. Okay.
It will probably be a heart pounder because the last couple of Rams-Seahawks games have been one of those, and they have always kind of been that thorn in our side. But But the thing that's very interesting about the Rams is if you look at some of their losses, they've all been in close games. They've struggled to close out games.
I know.
So far in the playoffs, they've done good at closing out games.
Yeah.
Stafford coming up with 2 game-winning drives.
Yep.
Defense coming up clutch against the Bears. Obviously not on that Hail Mary throw that Caleb Williams threw, which
but
holy
he did
cow,
his
what
part.
a play! I thought he threw that ball away, and I was like, oh dang it,
I know. I thought when he ran backwards, it was like, oh, this is dead. There's no way he's going to get this ball anywhere that someone can catch it. And then he's just standing up by himself. I was like, what? Pretty exciting. But then they couldn't close it. He follows that up with a really bad interception to ruin the beauty and the magnificence of that particular play. Tough.
That second Rams-Seahawks game was just so close. It honestly just feels like destiny to just have a rematch. I mean, if you're not a fan of either team, you're probably just looking at this game going, oh man, this is what a great matchup for a championship game. It's perfect, but for us, probably a little stressful.
Yeah, I know. We don't want those games. That's not a good way to win games. I mean, Chicago had been doing it for way too long. They went to that well just one too many times. But all right, man, 27-24.
It's standard tradition for Seahawks fans to have 3 or 4 heart attacks a year.
It would be. We know we were spared that last week. Saturday, we did not have to have a heart attack, so we were actually kind of in a nice spot. So, but something tells me this Sunday, get your medication out. It's going to be one of those games. All right, Matthew, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. Go Hawks.
Yeah, you're welcome, Norm. Go Hawks.
All right, well, I'm going to bank through these. I said I only can do 3 more. I'm just do them real quick. I'm going to get Luis on here at the 786. Luis, you're up. Oh, before you do, let me just acknowledge Ragnar Helson if the super chat. Norb, do you see my Nostradamus comment on your kickoff run back prediction? You should make a Norbstradamus character, just a thought. I will give that some thought. That's pretty clever. I did feel pretty good, the fact that I said, hey, you get a kick return for a touchdown right here. But then again, isn't everybody going to say that? And it doesn't happen. Nobody thinks about it. When you actually get it to happen, everyone thinks, wow, what a genius I am. Anyway, a good idea. The Norbstradamus is beautiful. All right, moving on with did I click on Luis? Luis, you're on from the 786.
Well, it's actually not Luis. It's Sabrina.
Oh, wow, we got another female on here. That makes it 0.02%. So, Sabrina, from where are you calling?
I am actually watching the live stream on my TV.
Okay.
In my room.
Okay.
And when I heard you say Luis, I kind of had a mild panic attack.
It's what came up on my screen. So obviously my caller ID or whatever is not quite correct. But Sabrina.
That's why I panicked for a minute because I'm like, wait, I'm a 786. Luis, that's my ex's name.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll get that corrected right here. So Sabrina, what part of the country are you watching from?
I am, Florida-born native, and I am living in Georgia at the moment.
Georgia. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, Seahawks fan, I assume, right?
Very much so. I've been a Seahawks fan since I was about 15.
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know how old you are, so I'm not going to even try to guess at how many years that's been, but I assume that you've been a
I am
fan for a long
33
time.
at the moment, so
Okay. Well,
definitely been a while.
all right. Well, you proudly own it. So 18 years as a Seahawks fan.
Very long term, and it was that we picked teams with my family. Everyone picked their own team, and for some reason, my brain told me Seahawks, and I've stuck with them through the good and bad, no matter what happened.
Wow, look at you. Okay, wow. So you actually had a ceremony, a process where you were forced to choose a team and you decided to go with the Seahawks. So wait, that was 18 years
my
ago.
dad is next to the Broncos, so we're kind of hoping for another Super Bowl event again.
So if that was 18 years ago, so that was about 2007? Am I getting my math right?
Yes.
Wow, so 2007. Let me think. In 2007, that would have been the year after the Tony Romo botched field goal play. I think it's the year after that. Was that about around the time that you became a Seahawks fan?
That seems about right. I mean, granted, I was very young at the time, so I didn't really know much.
Yeah, you're
by
just
name,
getting into
who
it. You
was
just sort of
playing.
picked them at random. Yeah, so you probably didn't know the history and all that yet at the
Well,
time.
So it wasn't until I got a little older that I know that probably about 2 years before we went to the Super Bowl against the Broncos, that is when I was really getting into it. And then we had the Patriots one, which we will not speak about.
Yes.
But I've been a Seahawks fan for the longest, and I will always support them no matter who they're playing.
I love it. I love your commitment. That's awesome. So, do you ever get to go to the games, or do you have to watch exclusively from a distance?
I hope it's on my bucket list to go to a Seattle game in Seattle. Like fly out
Have
there
you
and
ever
actually
watched
go
the
and
game
witness the
in Atlanta? Like
firsthand.
they came to Georgia, Atlanta this year. Did you make your way to that
I
game?
did not. I did see the game, but I was never able to do it because I moved up here in November
Mhm.
of last year. So I just made my year up here. So I did not get to go to that one.
Oh,
I was so
see.
sad.
Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping to try to make that game, but it didn't work out this time. But I do want to visit Atlanta because I got some friends out there, and it looks like a beautiful stadium from everything I've heard. So one of these days, going to get out there too. I'm sure we'll be playing them not too
Yeah, I'm
distant future.
raising my 5-year-old in the same limelight. He knows my team and he knows who Seattle is, and he goes through them every time we play.
That's awesome. Raising him right. I love that. Okay. Well, how are you feeling about this NFC Championship matchup with the Rams? We've been talking about it all night. How are you feeling about it? What's your biggest concern or biggest source of confidence about why we will win this game?
I am very nervous. I am not going to lie to you. I am extremely nervous. Puka Nacua really does scare me by the way that he's always open and he makes these like godforsaken plays that just change the game. That's my biggest concern. I think out of the data aspect. I mean, our defense is doing amazing. We're stopping. We're sacking. We're doing great. There's nothing I can complain with them. And our special teams is like off the charts.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to love about this team, and yet, like a great movie needs to, it always has to have a good villain, right? There's nothing that makes a movie great, and you got to have a great protagonist, aka the Seahawks, and you have to have a great villain, aka the Rams. It's fitting that we have to go through them to get to the promised land, and
We'll make it.
Would we have it any other way? Would a script writer not write it this way? If this was the script for the movie, they would have to have this happen this way because it's the two best teams in the NFL.
This is a fairy tale ending. This is one of those that's like life or death. We need to get this one. But I have the most confidence with them that we will do great and we're going to win. I know I was cheering from the 49er game, the moment we won that opening drive. I mean, I was screaming at the TV. My family had to tell me, it's like, hey, are we going to be screaming the entire game, or are you just going to have to go watch this in your room?
Yeah, well, I think we were all doing a lot of screaming that night. And by the way, for those who are interested in the national championship, yes, Alina, I just give it a peek on the scoreboard here, but yes, Indiana won. They are your national champions for 2025-26. So there
I'm
we go.
a UM fan. Damn.
So, yeah, what's your score prediction, Sabrina, for this game? What do you think's going to happen? How's it going down?
I am saying 28-21 Seattle.
28-21 Seattle. I can live with that. Nice one touchdown score. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I hope you call again. We're going to do this again the Monday after the championship game, win or lose, and to get everybody's reactions to what goes down on Sunday. And hopefully...
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, this was my first time ever calling, and I actually got on my first time, so I am beyond ecstatic at the moment. So this was awesome. I love watching you. The way I found your channel is by trying to find a live stream of the Seattle game because I couldn't find it anywhere, and they weren't playing it on normal TV. So it was like I was scrolling through everybody trying to find something, and I found yours, and I instantly loved that you gave every play-by-play. You did everything right, and the reactions, it filled me up a lot more. So I love it. You're doing amazing.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for that feedback. And how long ago was this when you first found my first live stream?
It probably had to have been at least 3 years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for being part of this. I greatly appreciate it. And it's great to talk to you.
Thank you. You too.
All
like
right.
this is amazing. You have no idea. You made my night. Even though it's 11 o'clock over here, you made my night.
Seriously.
This is like amazing.
Well, you made my night because of all your nice things that you said. So thanks for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it. And go Hawks.
Thank you. Go Hawks.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Sabrina from Georgia. A couple more before I finish up with Shardol. So let's go to Dennis from the 702. I promised Dennis I would get him on here. I think this is Dennis. Dennis, is this you?
Yeah, Ragnar.
Yeah. Oh, Ragnar. Okay. Sorry. The caller ID was different. So Ragnar from this is Las Vegas.
I'm just saying that I am in Vegas and Dennis is my real name, but I'm Ragnar Helson in the.
Oh, okay, got it. In the chat, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, we'll call you Dennis. Dennis, what's on your mind, man? I know you waited a long time.
Oh man, I've been watching you forever. I mean, like almost from the beginning.
Yeah, OG, like 2013 Super Bowl type of beginning.
Yeah, I think I first started watching you around the 2014.
Yeah, that was pretty early.
NFC, right around 2014, I think it was.
Yeah, Super Bowl 49, NFC Championship game, Packers comeback, right? Yeah. Okay,
God,
well, thank you for
that game was so good.
Yeah, I mean that game definitely still stands as probably the greatest, just because it was, again, what we're about to walk into on Sunday, the NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. Just the stakes were so high and the comeback was so great. But that Rams game, on that Thursday night just a few weeks ago, that was up there as I'd say that's my second favorite game next to that Packers game. The only difference was that this was regular season, not for the Super Bowl. That's the only thing that made it different. But the chances of the comeback might have been, I don't know which one was less likely. It's a toss-up, but that's how great that game was. So we've had some fun moments this year, and who knows what awaits us on Sunday for that game. But yeah, crazy stuff, isn't it?
I mean, I'm hoping that it's we just blow them out and just Puka Nacua comes down with the flu or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, would be so convenient to have that happen. But yeah. But what do you think? Other than Puka Nacua getting the flu, we got to come up with some other more realistic ways of stopping the Rams. What do you think? What's the key? Who's going to be the hero?
I mean, honestly, if Spoon gets his groove back like he was, before he got injured, where he was just, flying around the field, the guy was like a magician, like, showing up. He's like, hey, wait, where'd you come from?
Yeah.
I mean, that if we get that back, that's definitely going to help. I think with our defensive front line, rush 4. I mean, we don't need to do anything more. We've got Leonard Williams and just destroying people. We got Peely, when he gets in there, he plugs up the run like nobody's business.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those guys in the trenches, man. It's like, I'm so grateful. I don't know if I want to say it because I just don't want to have to, knock on wood. We're so lucky that this defense has been mostly healthy and intact, from front to back. Kobe Bryant was out for a while, but he's back. And, we had Umanwari out for a while, and he's back. It's great that, we've got most of these guys are firing on all cylinders. I mean, they're going to be the key to win on Sunday for sure, because they have been the heart and soul of the team. They are the force, the dark side of just getting everything done. So, we're going to lean heavy on those guys to ride them to the promised land. We're going to have to put the team on their shoulders for sure.
And it's honestly one of the things I've noticed that's different with this team than the last couple of years. It's nothing that's really on the field. It's what happens on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So, for an example, a couple 3 years ago, with how when they they're like D-backs on 3 or defense on 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before last couple years, it was defense on 3, defense.
Oh, you're saying that there's more of an enthusiasm. You're saying it feels like the guys are owning it.
Yeah, because remember, like when before when we had the LOB, they did their who's got my back? They did that, and then when you hear you on the sideline, it's like defense on 3, defense. I mean, they put. They said it with their chest.
So you're saying, you feel like because of that enthusiasm level, it's just a sign of how much more invested and inspired these guys are. I'll take all that. Whether that's a sign of how they play or how they chant, but I do think those little things do matter. We talk about that they do seem to have a brotherhood, a genuine care for each other, and Mike McDonald, whatever he's doing, that culture he's created has created one that is a unified one with everybody, not putting themselves first. You really feel like everyone's, together on this and that they have each other's back. And that's pretty cool, right? Because
it's like with
so many times you see other teams
when they do that, mob on 3, right?
Yeah.
And then they get, you hear that it's like deep, mob,
Yeah.
They put, something into it. But I got to say something though about Thurman. I know that everybody said that he was a hothead and he talked a bunch of mess and yada yada yada. But for one, like I said, he backed it up. You can talk mess if you back it up.
Right.
If you can't, don't.
Right.
But also, one of the things about Sherman that really stuck with me. Do you remember in the NFC game when he got his elbow bent back?
Ooh, that was the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. He was on the sideline near the end of the game trying to make a tackle. Yeah.
Yeah, and he played the rest of the game basically with one arm.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, he was wincing in pain the whole time. Yeah, like got hyperextended or something.
Oh, dude, you could see on his face. I mean, he was like in excruciating. He was in agony.
Yeah.
But he still went out there, and he still put everything out there. He wasn't slacking.
Oh,
he was getting in on tackles.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
and that's the kind of stuff that I see with the defense we have now. These guys are throwing themselves around. They're putting their body on the line.
Yeah.
And it's not just our defense as well, it's our offense. For example, Kenneth Walker on that second touchdown when he reversed field. Now, he could have just ran for the pylon. But did you notice what he did?
Oh, you saw that
he dropped his shoulder.
Yeah, cut back in and kind of laid into
and put his shoulder in that defender and basically blew him up and said, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah. Delivered
I ain't
the
running
blow.
from you.
Yep.
And that's what these guys are doing.
Yeah. K9 was on another level, man. I mean, he kind of knew that Charbonnet was going to be out, and it was like on him to take over.
Right.
He totally did.
And at least I got to say, with Sharp out, I mean, now K9's at least going to get the ball when we get in the red zone now.
Right. Yeah, Charbonnet was kind of Mr. inside the 10-yard line guy, which he did great at. But now K9 could do the same thing. He did it, for his,
Yeah, it was kind of a joke on Twitter that basically everyone was pointing out the fact that Kenneth Walker would get us down to the down into the red zone,
and Charbonnet would finish it, right?
And then Charbonnet would get the touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And this is what drives me crazy about fantasy. And real quick, Michael K92 Smith for the super chat. It was good chatting with you. Norm 12s are about to will this team to the Super Bowl. Go Hawks! Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate good chatting too, and thanks for the support as well. But it's like nobody would really care. But with fantasy now, oh man, why did K9 get the touchdown? I mean, I didn't have Charbonnet on my fantasy team, and now I'm all messed up because it's all without the touch. It's like that's what drives me crazy is that we can't just focus on, hey, my team won. It's like, oh yeah, my team won. That's great, but my fantasy team just sucked. So boo on the Seahawks.
Well, it's not just fantasy.
K9 the ball. I don't play it.
I mean,
it's because I'm just too busy to do it. I might do it eventually, but that's the thing. There's so many other things that your brain has to think about, and you can't just enjoy the game because you're too worried about this team and that guy and this guy, and you're rooting for the other team because you have this player, but you have the defense of the team that your Seahawks are playing. So I got to root for them to do well, but not so well that you'll beat us. My brain can't handle too many things; it gets too complicated. But
that's why I don't. I mean, I'm a Seahawks fan. I don't care about any other football team.
Keep it simple.
I am a Seahawks fan. That's it.
Yeah, I know. I like it that way too. And man, forget about gambling, man. I could do it. I would just lose my mind if I was trying to think too much about the spread and, oh no, if he scores, it's going to be 3 points instead of 5, and I'm going to lose my money if I don't get less than 4. It's like now I can't just enjoy the game because I'm worried too much about dollars and money and points and spreads and all that stuff.
Right.
So, anyway, just like the simplicity of it all.
I don't even bother with that. But like you said, with me anyways, I actually was kind of, be honest, I was actually kind of mad about the fact that, Walker would get us down to the red zone, and then they'd hand the ball, to Charbonnet to punch it in. I'm like, bro, give that man his flowers.
Well, you know what? It's okay as the fans get upset. Come on, man, do him right. As long as K9, see again, this is what I love about it is you don't see K9 pouting or he's. John with the coach or the coordinator because he didn't get it. Because remember there are times like that? Remember Marshawn Lynch one time flipped off the coordinator because they did a play that was going to be, I think it was something like a trick play where Marshawn was going to toss the ball back to somebody. But he literally flipped off the sideline before. And it's funny, right? We could get kicked out of it. Ha, ha, ha. Marshawn's so funny. But just think about it. Again, it's that ego thing. There are egos. And when those little things do kind of show up, it's like, okay, we know that, he's not happy because he didn't like the play call. Granted, we love the guy. He's funny. He's entertaining. But it has a side effect of it, right? Much like DK Metcalf whining about not getting the ball enough, which resulted in something really terrible back in 2020 in the playoffs. So, this is what I say. There doesn't seem to be any egos on this team because I haven't seen one incident where it seemed like somebody was having some kind of confrontation with somebody, whether it's a player with a player or a player with a coach or a coach with another coach or whatever. Everyone seems to just kind of like, okay, well, this happened. Let's just get through it, So, I mean, that's what I love about the makeup of this team. And I think it'll take them far. So.
Yeah, even with when T-Night screwed up and knocked the ball out of was it Eamon Warry's hands?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. On the interception, right?
Yeah,
and he ran it back, and then he got hit and knocked the ball loose. I think that's Julian.
Right,
Love. I'm not sure. Witherspoon.
Was it Julian?
Somebody intercepted. Yeah, and basically he hit him, and then the ball came out. So there was like an interception and then a fumble. Yeah, I remember that.
Right, and
it's a long time ago.
He was mic'd up, and you hear him in the bottom of the pile. He's like, "Come on, T-Night,
come on, man. He's just, but he's laughing at the same time.
All right.
He's just like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think we were doing pretty good at that point in the game. I can't remember. I know it was against the Cardinals. I can't remember if we were winning or if it was close or not. So maybe it wasn't high stakes or not. But
it was the Cardinals. We were going to win anyway.
We were going to win anyway.
You know?
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's true. I mean, again, it's that unity thing. So
he didn't flip out. He just was like, come on, bro. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah, that's what's cool about it for sure. So. All right, man. Well,
yeah,
you got a score prediction for me? I'm going to try. I got to wrap this up in the next couple minutes. I got a couple more callers to get to.
Honestly, it's either going to be a low score. I mean, like super low or super. I mean, it's going to be. It's either going to be like something like a 13-3, or it's going to be a 38, 31, something like that. It's not going to be. There's not going to be in the middle.
I might
Hawks win.
beg to differ on that one. I feel like in the 20s type of game might be in order, but we'll see. I didn't think the Seahawks and the Rams last time were going to go into a shootout. It became an overtime one that ended up in the high 30s. Who didn't see that one coming? But yeah, the first time we met, it was like 22-21 or something, or 21-20 this time. What will it be?
Honestly, I'm guessing, though, it's probably going to be a low-scoring game. I'd say probably 17-14 Hawks.
17-14 in a low-scoring affair. All right. As long as you get to win, that's all I keep saying to everybody, but it will be fun to go back here and find out who actually had the accurate score prediction. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for the call, brother. Appreciate the energy, and let's get this done on Sunday, man. Go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks!
Hawks! Oh, real good question. This is good from the Facebook side. Louise says, hey, Norv, did you go to the game Saturday? I did. I used to watch you since 2014 in Brazil, and now I'm living in Tacoma, and I was at that game trying to find you. 4 years here already. Oh, man. I'm easy to find. I'm in section 334, the Seahawks side, about the 45-yard line. This time it'll be easy because I'm right at the front of 334. So I don't know if you're going to this game, but if you're walking by the upper concourse on the west side, I'll be sitting right there at the front of the rail. So glad that you're here, and it's cool that you got to witness that game, man. That's awesome. So much fun right now to be a Seahawks fan. All right, 2 more calls to go. I'm going to get Brian, and then I get finished with Chardol. Cody, I won't be able to get to you today, and Juan, I'll have to catch you next time. But let's go to Brian first, and then Chardol to finish things out. So, Brian, you're up for the 425. Brian? Brian going
Hello?
once? Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, is this Brian?
My name's Zach, but this is like my dad's phone.
Oh, okay. I get that a lot. Okay, for the 425. Your name is it Dak or Zach?
Zach.
Zach. Okay, Zach. All right. Yeah. What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about things?
First off, I just want to say I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you for a long time. Thank you for everything you've done for supporting the Hawks and everything. Love all your videos.
Appreciate it.
So I have 3 questions, and I have a couple keys to the game, and I have a score prediction.
Okay, I love it. Well organized.
So
Here you go.
my
Let's do it.
question, defense. Do you think our defense is going to be strong enough to defend the Rams once more and stop them?
Yes. I know we can do it because the second half of the fourth quarter is exactly what we did. Granted, we gave up 1 touchdown in overtime, but we shut the Rams out for 3 consecutive 3-and-outs, which gave us the chance to come back and win that game, send it to overtime, and eventually win it. So I know they can do it. We've seen the blueprint of what it takes to shut down, or at least slow down, Matt Stafford and the Rams, and it is getting pressure on the quarterback. So I said it once, I'll say it again. The key is going to be for both teams, I think, that whichever defensive line is going to be successful at getting pressure on the quarterback more than the other team is going to win this game, because I think both quarterbacks struggle when they're under pressure. I've seen it. We've seen it with Darnold, and we've seen it with Stafford. So that's going to be the key to trying to disrupt what they want to do. And I think it just starts right there. Everything else kind of follows with the obvious ones about turnovers and, Puka Nakua and all that stuff. But for every Puka Nakua, there's also a JSN, and we're such a mirror image of each other in a lot of ways. And so, like which is going to get the other reflection to blink first. So if we can get Stafford one time on a bad sack where the ball comes loose, or a tip ball that gets picked off, or something like that, or a 3-and-out because he can't set his feet in the pocket and has to scramble or gets under pressure, or we sack him. I think that's the kind of thing. One play like that could change the entire game. So, our defense definitely can do it. Now, will they do it?
Exactly what I was thinking, because our D-line's been so good all year.
Yeah.
Leonard Williams has been a beast. Byron Murphy's made a couple big plays. I think Derek Hall's made one or two. Secondary's been fantastic all year long. They just got to keep it up, I think.
Ernest
and I think
Jones
they will.
had a hell of a game
Even
last
Warry's
week.
been great.
Even Warry's been awesome. Drake Thomas, what about him? I mean, we don't talk enough about Drake Thomas and what he did.
Underrated, but man, is he good.
Yeah, I mean, he saved that 49er game, last game of the season with an interception. I mean, that kind of sealed it for us. But nobody knew his name before this season.
Ernest Jones has been balling out, and I love to see that too, because he's a former Ram.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, we've got a couple former Rams.
So this is like a revenge game for him. Same thing with Cooper Kupp in many ways. So
yeah, and we got Cam Akers. I don't know if they'll activate him and keep him busy, but that's another former Ram we got on the Seahawks too. So, yeah.
Yep. And that was going to be one of my next questions: is how does losing Charbonnet hurt our run game? Does K9 take more of the brunt, or do we still try to split it as evenly as we can to keep K9 as healthy as possible?
Well, we are kind of down to the last 2 games of the year, so there's not that feeling like we got to save him for later, because this is later. This is it, right? There's no game after this. So I think what we saw K9 do last week was sort of what he can do more of, because when Charbonnet went out, I mean, it was the K9 show, pretty much, with the exception of a couple breathers that he had to take, and we saw what he could do. I've always felt like if I had to choose a back to be the guy, I always thought K9 was the one I would pick first, even though I love the 2 of them. So I think they got the right guy back there. And, yeah, there's really nothing to save him for. This is it, right? I mean, it's Super Bowl or bust now. So I think you run him, and, he's got to take a breather. You give him his air to get some oxygen, but then you run him back out there and keep pounding it. I wouldn't mind if they ran K9 20, 25 times. I mean, if we're doing that and his yards per carry is staying in the high 3s and the 4s, then that's the key to success right there. So, yeah, I would love to see him
that's
do
what
what
I
he
was
did last week.
thinking. Because if we think about it, like Charbonnet split the carries well, but he only did that within the 15 or whatever. If I remember right.
Yeah,
like
I
a lot of times.
didn't actually look at the splits of the carries, because I know Charbonnet came out. Was it the second quarter? I think he came out in the second quarter. I think
it was. Yeah, it was right before
we were
half.
going right to left, and we started the game going left to right.
Yep.
So I think it was the second quarter. Yeah. So after that point, he pretty much took on the load. So yeah, I think we're on the same page that you run the football. Running the football and good defense, your quarterback doesn't have to do anything, which was shown by the stats. It was 12 of 17 for 100 and something measly yards. I mean, that's not going to blow anybody away, but you don't have to, because when you run for 190 and play defense like that and get turnovers 3-0, you're going to win every time.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we don't need Sam Darnold to be a hero. He could just sit back and kind of just have a nice, easy game.
And that's actually one of my keys to the game, is Darnold doesn't need to be perfect, but just efficient enough to kind of help the offense get down the field and score when it matters most.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, he doesn't need to be a superstar or a hero, because the defense and run game can carry that, and then he just has to make a few plays, get some first downs, got a nice touchdown throw. He did just enough.
Yep, just like you did in
fantasy
when
points.
we were at San Fran.
Perfect. Yeah.
How he drove us down the field just very methodically, nothing crazy, just drove us down efficiently and got us in the end zone once, I think it was.
Yep. Yeah, he had one touchdown pass. The rest was K9 and field goals and a kick return for a touchdown. And that's how you get 41. It's pretty nice.
One of my other key points, one of my other ones was D-line does also have to get to Stafford and make him cause a mistake.
Yeah.
Whether it be a pick or a fumble or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Matt Stafford, MVP candidate, lest we forget that, he can do things if he's given time. But when he's
like
not,
someone was saying earlier, he's good against the blitz.
Yeah. Yeah.
My last question that I have is about the crowd. How does the crowd stay focused and locked in no matter what's going on and affect that offense to help keep us in the game?
Well, I think the crowd to me proved that last game they were back. It felt like 2012, 13, 14 all over again on Saturday, which is very encouraging. And, A, it's playoffs. B, now it's one step from the Super Bowl, so everybody's amped up. And, the way you take a crowd out of the game is as the opponent, you take the ball and you score on your possession. That will immediately silence any crowd. And the opposite is quite what happened on Saturday. You take the opening kickoff and score a touchdown. So that was like throwing gas on a fire that was already exploding. So what do we have to do is, I guess, if we get the ball first, we want to try to at least get into good field position, preferably score something on the first drive, if not on the kickoff return. But on defense, if they get the ball first, nothing will get the crowd more whipped up if the defense can get a 3 and out and not allow them to score, on their first possession, and that'll set the tone real quick. So, yeah, I think we just got to start fast. We got to not have one of those games where it feels like we got to come from behind and fall behind 10-0 or 13 or something, and because that'll take the crowd slowly out of it. So I think we got to step on the gas right away, score early, and we just can't start slow. We got to score points, and we got to stop them, at least keep them to field goals. If they do get down the field, keep them out of the end zone like we did the 49ers, and good things will happen. So, yeah. But the crowd will be a factor.
And
we just got to let them have a chance to cheer. Yeah. What's that?
That was my third point, was putting up about 24, maybe 27.5. And we should be able to be okay from there, just like we did against San Fran last
you're
week.
Talking about if we hit a certain point total, we should be okay. Is that what you're saying?
As long as we get to a certain point total in the first half, we can adjust and we can win from there.
Yeah. I mean, it's very possible both teams could have a high point total, and we could have a shootout. I mean, that's what happened in that last game we had. Of course, that took overtime. So, but I don't think so. I think I remember that. I think our defense is going to be much more locked in. I think we'll be much more locked in this time, and it will be a lower scoring affair. So we just got to not be the team that makes the mistake, not be the team that blinks, and try to have, the Rams be the one to make that crucial mistake. So, yeah.
Exactly.
It's going to be tense, man. It's going to be tense.
All right, well.
Got a score prediction for me?
My score prediction is going to be very close. I think it's going to come down to the last drive, but I think we're going to get a critical stop when it matters most, whether it's Eamon Warry, Tyrese Knight, Ernest Jones, whoever. I think someone's going to make them turn the ball over, and we're going to win 31-27.
Okay, 31-27. Not bad. Not bad. 31-27. I'll go with that. That would be a very entertaining game, kind of high scoring. Okay, well, we'll see what happens, man.
Watching from South Alabama, representing down here.
I love it.
South
Alabama. All right, Zach from South Alabama. Thanks so much for the call and appreciate it. Go Hawks, baby.
Go Hawks!
Woo! All right. Guys, if this is Isaiah from the 916, I'm not going to be able to get to you tonight. My last call is going to be Shardol from the 510. Shardol is a 49er fan who had a bold prediction that the 49ers were going to beat us on Saturday. And we know that didn't quite happen. So we are going to bring Shardol here and see what he has to say about what happened Saturday night. Shardol, you're back.
Hey, Norb. I'm a big fan of your channel. I was actually at the 49ers and Seahawks watch party at Dave & Buster's. You and my friend went. And that was the most disgusting, grim, brutal ass whoopings I've ever seen in my fucking life as a 49er fan.
Oh.
I would not was not expecting it to be that. I was not expecting us to for you to blow us out, but it was a blowout. You beat us by 35. I mean, the Seahawks are a really good football team. I mean, they're such a really good football team. You know, they got Kenneth Walker. They got Drew Lock, the quarterback. I mean, you got some good players on your team. I mean, like your team is stacked. I mean, like you got a good roster. But I mean, that was just embarrassing, man. Like I was not expecting that guy. You would come, and we would come to your house, and you would beat us in your own house. You know, and all the Niner fans were dejected because a lot of fans came to the game. I wasn't expecting it to be that result to be that extreme.
I know you weren't, because last time you were on my show, you predicted, I want to say it was like 45-10 or something, and you promised that the Niners were going to destroy us on that game. So what went wrong in your opinion? What happened? Why didn't that happen? What was the reason that
what happened is that so Brock Purdy was uncomfortable in the pocket. And maybe that was the reason why we lost, because Brock Purdy was uncomfortable. He threw an interception. I mean, he was feeling like he didn't want to be there. Like he felt like he didn't want to be in that environment because that environment was too hostile for him. But he said, I'm the star quarterback. You know, I got to come into another opposing team stadium, even though it's hostile. But he wasn't able to handle it because you guys were just too strong and dominant.
We were pretty dominant, and we did look pretty strong, I must say. Now, I know we had the benefit of no George Kittle because he got injured in that Eagles game, and I knew that was going to play a factor into it. But I thought, well, we still got to deal with Christian McCaffrey, and you guys got some wide receivers out there, but even Christian McCaffrey was kind of a non-factor in the game.
I mean, like when I looked at the final score for the game, and it was 41-6 Seattle, I was expecting us to come back in the game, man, because we're resilient. Even in the face of adversity, we can come back. We weren't able, I mean, even if we tried to make a comeback, it would be unsuccessful. Like even if we tried to come back, like even if we tried to make like a nice comeback and try and get back in the game, we couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't like you guys, it was not like the 49ers didn't try. They definitely tried. I mean, they went for it on multiple fourth downs because they knew they had to do something, even though it was probably inadvisable fourth down in their own territory, and then 0 for 3.
But you exhausted us. I mean, we tried to make a comeback, but I'm really surprised that the only points that the Niners scored was those 2 field goals by Pinheiro. That's all we scored. Are you kidding me? We only scored 2 field goals. That's it. That's all the points we scored in the whole game. Yeah. We still scored a touchdown also. I mean, Eddie Pinheiro made those 2 field goals, but
it's because the Seahawks never allowed the 49ers to get inside the red zone. I mean, that's how good the defense was, is that you never got field position. You never got close enough to score the touchdown. And there was no downfield threat from Purdy because we had our receivers locked up.
As a 49er fan, that's why as a 49er fan, I hate your team so much now. I have dislike for your team now.
Well, you know what? The feeling is kind of mutual.
In the mouth. I feel like I want to punch your fans in the mouth now.
Well,
smack them in the eye, give them a black eye. But I felt like that, because we're rivals of each other in the NFC, so we have hate for you too. We have hate against you. It's just like if, that's what our fans are. Like we didn't want to play you guys. We were scared when we played you.
I saw one of your 49er players when asked, "Hey, so you're going back to Seattle to play the Seahawks?" Yeah, that's what we want. That's the game we want. Somebody, I think more than one 49er wanted the Seahawks. So
you know what I don't like about your guys? The one thing I don't like about your guys' fans, they talk a lot of trash. That's something I don't have any tolerance for.
Are you saying that only Seahawks fans talk trash, but the 49ers fans don't talk trash? Have you seen?
No, we both talk trash, but I think in that game you talked way more trash because you were playing us in your own stadium, so you probably got way more. You probably were way more hyped up because you were playing. It wasn't Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Like our Niner, like you're playing in your own stadium. Seattle fans are going to get hyped up. They're probably going to come and I was afraid if I was at the game if I was at the divisional playoff game, I'm afraid I would get beat up by a Seahawks fan. I was a little worried that might happen if I go. Because I start saying I start saying shit in other people's faces, and then some fans are like, if you say stuff in our face, we understand because it's like it's friendly banter, right? Like
but
when
if
people
you
go
start,
to the game, it's like
if you get into
friendly,
somebody's
right?
face, though, you're kind of asking for it.
No, but if for example, it's just like that's what they do at games, right? They have fun with each other, but it's good to have fun, I'll take your team down, kind of like trash talk. It's kind of fun doing that. Sometimes it could be you're not always asking for it. I mean, if you know the other fan really well, and you're saying that to him, then it's okay, right? Because you guys know each other.
Oh yeah,
you guys are friends, right?
All right, so I was, I was down. I went to San Francisco, right? Shardo.
All kinds of bullshit and other
Shardo,
friends.
I went down to San Francisco. I actually watched the Seahawks game where the Seahawks beat you guys in Santa Clara. I went down there, right? So I was amongst your fans. I was the Seahawk fan amongst many 49ers fans. You knew that, right? That I went down for that game.
I have a question for...
So I didn't have any trouble with anybody. Wait, let me finish. So I didn't have any trouble with anybody because... there's a certain way that if you carry yourself amongst other people, if you know where you are and you behave a certain way to not basically antagonize people who are like, you're the fans who are hosting you and you don't make an ass out of yourself, they're generally going to treat you pretty well. But it's the people who come in acting disrespectful, talking a lot of what, and just being really just basically obnoxious, generally bad things are going to probably more happen to that person than someone who comes in and is somewhat respectful. And that's what I try to do whenever I go into another stadium. So that's probably why I got left alone.
I have a question for you. So you just had a very you had you had a injury that's a heartbreaking injury to one of your players, Zach Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think he's going to be fine? You think he's going to be all right? I mean, he's out for the season. He's out for the playoffs. So, you think that there might be somebody else step up for him to play in his place?
Well, Ken Walker is going to get the brunt of the touches for sure. They're going to have another back in place who's going to take the alternate carries when he needs to get a breather. But I'll guarantee he'll get 90% of the touches. Kenneth Walker will moving forward. And I think they split the carries a lot earlier in the season because they wanted to make sure Ken Walker was good to go for the playoffs. Well, we're at the end of the playoffs. We're at the freaking championship now, so he will just run like a racehorse. They're not going to hold him back anymore.
From a 49er fan to a Seahawks fan, I mean, I feel your pain. I mean, how when George Kittle went down, I felt I was so heartbroken. I can clearly feel when Zach Charbonnet got injured.
Well, it was a bigger. All due respect to Zach Charbonnet, it was a much worse loss for Kittle to go down. I don't think the Seahawks lose as much with Charbonnet going down because they still have K9.
When George Kittle tore his Achilles tendon, Achilles injuries are very painful. And you don't recover from those injuries.
Yeah, those take probably a good 9 months to a year. He may not be until the end of the year next year before he comes back. Yeah.
I mean, for me, they were both big blows because now, the 49ers have so many injuries, and that's the reason why the Seahawks beat us by Seahawks. That's why the Seahawks beat us 41-6 by 35 points. is the reason because we have injuries. I mean, we have so many players out due to injury. That's the problem I don't like about this 49er team is they have too many injuries on the squad. I mean, Bosa's out, Fred Warner's out, Mike Kelly.
Oh no, I'm aware of all the injuries.
Out, man. I'm like, but
you guys beat the Eagles, but nobody was apologizing for injuries then because you beat those guys. I mean, you guys beat them with basically the same team.
No, for me, I think going into Philly, I think when the 49ers played Philly, and then when they went into Philadelphia, I was thinking that was way more hostile. Like for me, like Niner fans felt worried for their safety because
Eagles fans are much worse than Seahawks fans by a long shot.
When you enter the stadium, Eagles fans are already chirping at you once you're entering. They're already starting saying things. You're not even in the stadium when you're walking right into the stadium.
You should go. You know what? You should go to a 49ers game in Philadelphia and see how they treat
you up, but I know the Niner fans weren't shaken up. They beat them, so they weren't shaken up, right? Because we beat them.
The fans might have been shaken up, but the team was fine.
The Eagles fans can do whatever they want to do to our fans, but we don't care. We came and took them down in their own house,
right?
In their own stadium.
Yeah,
we didn't go to San Francisco. We went to Philly and beat them there.
But you didn't have to talk about injuries when you beat the Eagles. But then when you lost to Seattle, it was all about the injuries.
Right? Because if you beat somebody in their own stadium, that shows how much you're going their stadium and you're beating them in their own stadium.
Yeah. Well, my point though is that you said the reason the Niners lost to Seattle is because of the injuries. But then when you beat the Eagles, you didn't have to talk about the injuries, but the injuries are a convenient excuse.
But everybody said the Seahawks game was due to injuries, and and the Warner thing, the whole Warner situation with him coming back to the NFC Championship and Super Bowl, that was like, I didn't know. The problem with Niner fans are they get too optimistic with they say look, this guy's gonna come back, he's gonna do something miraculous, and they're gonna win. You don't know what you're talking about. Niner fans are
definitely don't know what they're talking
about. Gullible. They're they believe everything people say. That Warner's gonna come back. Warner's gonna do this. He's gonna win the NFC champ. They're gonna go to the NFC Championship game, and then they're gonna go to he's gonna play. This is just something that I don't agree with.
Yeah, you're really mad, aren't you?
I'm pissed off. You understand me? I'm pissed off. You understand me?
I think I do. It's going to be okay, though. You guys are going to be okay next year because you'll have all your players back. Warner will be back. Bosa will be back. Kittle will be back. Well, no, he'll be back late. But you guys will be all right. You'll have a good team. I mean, you got Purdy and his $50 million contract, and
I didn't mean to say I hate you. That was just me being angry. No, I hate your team. That was just me being angry. I don't hate your team. Your team you have a really good team. I just said that because of out of anger. I said that, but I didn't really mean it. I didn't mean that. I meant your GGs to the Seahawks. I mean, we'll run it back next year, but it was just out of anger that I said it.
So
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings in any way possible.
So you don't hate me?
No.
You don't hate
I don't
me?
hate you.
You don't hate the Seahawks? You don't really mean that?
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I just said that out of anger because I was upset with you that you beat us, so it just came out of due to anger. I don't mean to, that was not my intention to say that I hate you. I'm subscribed to your channel, so
okay.
I wouldn't hate you.
I just wanted to hear the words that you said. You don't hate me, and I feel better now.
But for the NFC Championship game, I'm going with the Rams winning over the Seahawks, and then I'm going with the Rams winning 28-14 over the Seahawks.
Sure
and the Rams are going to move on to the Super Bowl, and they're going to play the Broncos. They're going to play the Denver Broncos, and then I got Rams winning the Super Bowl.
Chardell, I hate you.
And Matthew Stafford will be the 2020 will be the finals MVP when we play when the Rams beat you in the Super Bowl. No, so
okay.
Yeah, so that's my prediction. So Broncos and Rams are gonna win it, and I'm gonna come back when that happens, and I'm gonna see whether I was right or not.
Shardo, I think you're way off on this one, bro. You're giving 49ers fans a bad name. That ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna be the Broncos. Ain't gonna be the Rams.
So the 2020.
It's gonna be Seahawks and the Patriots. Just saying.
So the 2026 Super Bowl 60 will be between Broncos and Rams, and I'm sticking with that prediction. I'm gonna come back after the Super Bowl, and I'll see if my prediction was right and if Rams won.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hope you're as accurate as your prediction was of the Seahawks 49ers divisional game, and we'll see if that accuracy holds up to this one. But for now,
it was great calling in. It was great calling in, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot, man. You know, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. We will talk to you next time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the call. All right. Well, good night, everybody. It has been a 3-hour marathon. I didn't think I'd go this long, but I'm sorry I didn't get to everyone. There's a few callers I didn't get to, but I tried to get to as many as I could. But, yeah, always a great fit. I think I need to have Shardall be the last caller of every show, because there's just something very special when we get to have our moment. He said he hated me and my team. How did he do that? All right, I gotta go now.